Good evening. Welcome along. It's February. It's Monday. How is everyone today? How was everyone's weekend? How did your teams get on? Are you excited for the transfer window? Have they done anything particularly exciting? Particularly bad, maybe? Maybe you're still waiting on them to do something. Love to know what you're thinking. It is lovely to see you all here this evening. We have some very, very familiar faces right here, right from the start, right from the start, or right from the top, one or the other. Who knows? We've got a Johnny Trotter. Welcome in, my dude. I hope you're doing well. We've got a Ladislav Almasi fan. There's a Crudmo. There's a Holofab. My word, lovely to see you guys. The MBay sisters here. We have just a little bit of Bish Miller, who you will be pleased to know that Levi has redeemed a minigame. So we're going to show how the minigames work in a moment. And tonight there is a brand new minigame that we'll play a little bit later as well. Love to get your thoughts on what you think about it once we play it as well. As with all these minigames, it's always a case of a little bit of trial and error, see how things go. So welcome in, Bish Miller. Welcome in, Cyril. Cyril turned 20 in January. Happy birthday, my dude. Happy birthday. It all gets better from here. Like, those years, get to 21, and then like the next 9 years are brilliant. 30's downhill, but you don't have to worry about that for a very, very long time. There's a happy birthday for the day, right? Welcome in as well. I see we've got a little bit of Night and Ian. We've got a little bit of Lumi in over on YouTube. A little bit of Lumi over on Twitch as well. Welcome in, my dude. Lovely to see you. Obviously, as I mentioned, Levi redeemed the minigames, so welcome in, Levi, as well. I hope you're well. How did PSV get on this weekend? I haven't actually caught any of the Dutch games at all, I'll be honest. There's a Koza Bob. My word, Koza. No, my word, Bob was what I meant to say. How are you, sir? Lovely to see you, my dude. Now, if you haven't been over and caught Koza Bob, you most definitely should. Click that lovely heart. If you're on Twitch, click that lovely heart that'll be appearing in the top right now. I was there on Tuesdays. He does his I can't remember exactly what he calls it. Is it turn-based Tuesdays, I think you call it? Currently playing Phoenix Point, which is a brilliant game. It's XCOM made by the original XCOM creator. Some lovely mechanics. Unfortunately, I was a little bit slow because I should really, at some point, redeem the Name a Soldier feature, but just specifically for craft. Because the crafts are called Manticores, so I think it needs to be renamed to a Mustermanticore. I'm just babbling now. That means nothing to most people who are in here. I do apologise. Love to say as well, welcome in, Lukmar No Pants. Lovely to see you. We've got an Interpol in here as well. Holofab says that Vitesse won a game. They did indeed. I mean, you're now on, was it -5 points? So started the season with -27. Now I'm just -5, which given the circumstances are fantastic. Absolutely incredible. So, what have we got there? Musterman will calculate the scores for right answers after stream and update the leaderboards. Indeed. So we have these games. We'll see them in a moment. And then by the next stream, all the points will be added up. We run a weekly scoreboard, run an all-time scoreboard as well. And it's my goal over the next month to try and help everyone do as much as they possibly can to get above Crudmo in top spot. We just need to knock him down a little bit. Just a little bit. Lukmar says we loaned out Matches Tell after much confusion. Has it gone through now? I know that he's said to be travelling over to Tottenham right now. I don't know if it's been like made official yet. So Levi doesn't want to talk about the PSV game. Fair enough. Muster Manticores. It works perfectly, right? It works perfectly. Holofab says it's only -21 points, to be fair. Oh, okay. You're doing rubbish then. You're doing rubbish. Only joking. Koza, it's all good. I'll get the rename on the next Muster Manticore available. And thank you for the chat. No thank you necessary. It's lovely. I mean, Koza Bob does stream FM, just to be clear for those. Absolutely fantastic. A lovely gentleman. A fine beard as well. So let's do that. Let's head on over to a mini game, and we'll start off as we often do with a little round of Guess the Player. Something nice and easy to ease people in. So the way this game works, really simple. You're going to see 4 pictures from a player's profile in Football Manager 24. You're going to see the positions they play, their attributes, their scout report, and finally the clubs that they've played for. Your job is to guess who the player is, and the earlier you guess, the more points you get. And those points onto that lovely scoreboard we were talking about earlier. Now, this is on FM24 using the default database at the start of the game. So if you've got a player like Matthias Tell, for example, they will be at Bayern Munich, not potentially at Tottenham. So with that out of the way, let's get on over to the very first clue. And standard drill, get your guesses in the chat. And we have got a deep-lying forward. A deep-lying forward who's right-footed, but pretty decent with their left foot as well. And so Ladislav Almasi fan has immediately come in with Ladislav Almasi. I mean, it makes sense really, doesn't it? He's also come in with a little bit of chic. Holifab's gone for Chimus, the new the new Brighton striker, the Greek legend that is Stefanos Chimus. It's not any of those, I'm afraid. Johnny Trotter's gone for Evan Ferguson, the new West Ham striker, allegedly. I think that one has been confirmed as well, hasn't it? It's not either of those, I'm afraid. So is it Donnell McNeely? I don't know who Donnell McNeely is. I must admit, I don't know who that is. RJ's gone for Dolberg. DM Basis has gone for Hamza Igamane. Ladislav Almasi fans also gone for Ferguson. Over on YouTube, we've got a guess for Gabriel Jesus. And hello, RJ, indeed. Lumi's gone for Darwin Núñez. Ladislav Almasi fans have gone for David. Neutral Normie's gone for Brill and Bolo. They're all some very, very fine guesses, but we're not quite there, I'm afraid. Let's move on to the attributes, see if that helps at all. I'm not sure how much it will help. I mean, all we can see is this is a player that's quite good at finishing, quite good at heading, absolutely rubbish when it comes to running. He's slow. He's very slow. Great mental profile, though. Could it be Marcus Mashford? Says Ghostfits Killer. Welcome in, Ghostfits Killer. Lovely to see you, my dude. Sadly, it's not with attributes like that. Ladislav Almasi fan. I'm guessing the Jackson guess Orkita came in before we revealed the attributes. So now we're getting some more likely guesses. Maybe not Hendrik, but Giroud, Zlatan, Vedat Mariki, Kalajic, or how he is spelled, says Lukman No Pants. Some fine guesses. Kalajic is massive though, isn't he? He's like 73 foot tall. This player is 5'10". So Ladislav Almasi fan just saw 17 in guess Jackson. That's a bold take. Could it be Joselu, RJ? It's not Joselu at all, I'm afraid. Lumi's suggesting maybe Haaland as a teenager. I've always assumed that Haaland was quite quick, even as a teenager. I don't know. So could it be Vlahovic or Lautaro Martinez, or is it Windass? Could it be Windass? It's not Windass. It's not Lewandowski. It's not Kramaric. This is a player that attempts overhead kicks. And in a moment, we'll see what league they're playing in. They are currently, well, it says leading La Liga 2 player. That doesn't necessarily mean they're in La Liga 2, but it does mean they're in Spain. So is it Andy Carroll, says Interpol? Unfortunately not. It's a lot of green for a 3-star player. He's got some absolutely fantastic attributes mentally and technically, but I'm guessing with the physicals, he's just not necessarily quite up to scratch anymore. So Ladislav Almasi fans going for Conor Gallagher. It's all as many Chelsea fans as we possibly can guess. It's not Conor Gallagher. Could it be Firmino? Oh, Firmino is a quality player, isn't it? It isn't Firmino, I'm afraid. Is it that lad that played for Liverpool and Celta? That's a guess that Cortiba often makes, isn't it? You're thinking of Iago Aspas. It is not Iago Aspas. Crodmo coming in with Iago Aspas at that moment there as well. Is it Kike Garcia? It isn't Garcia. It's in Spain in the membrane. There we go. We have Ladislav Almasi hates Firmino. How can you hate Firmino? That is an astonishing claim. Ghostfits Killer has gone for De Tomas. Good guess as well. Sasmas thinks it might be him. Oh, hi. Welcome in, Sasmas. Lovely to see you. You're far better than that, Sasmas. Let's be fair. Could it be Lucas Perez or Ollie McBurney or Stoichkov? Such Firmino broke Fofana's knee. I mean, Fofana somehow managed to probably break his own knee. Bless him. He's so injury prone. Thibaut is in. Welcome in, my dude. Lovely to see you there. Luis Suarez has been guessed. Right. I think we need the final clue. The final clue looks something a little bit like this. And I think you're probably going to get it relatively quickly from here. This is a former River, Porto, Atletico Madrid, Man United, Chelsea, Monaco, Galatasaray, and at the start of the game, Rayo Vallecano player, Ladislav Almasi fan, Pips Crudmo to the post there. It is, of course, Radamel Falcao. There we go. God darn, says Crudmo. Does the DM base even? Bah, says Crudmo. It's Neutral Normie was in there a little late as well. Lumi got there as well. Medical Car got there. But it's Ladislav Almasi fan that takes the points. Fabulous work there. Fabulous work. I didn't realise he was still playing. It's crazy. I genuinely forgot that he existed. When has Falcao ever done an overhead kick? Maybe they've seen him attempting it a lot in training. Who knows? Neutral Normie says he's moved so much in a year. Feels like ages ago he was at Rayo. I think he's the absolute definition of a journeyman. Let's be fair. Right, let's catch up with what's been happening so far. And pardon me, I do apologise. So, as per usual, I tend to play friendlies off stream, so I've moved ourselves all the way up until the 22nd of July 2028, which is our opening game of the season. And so that means that after all the players that we identified during the last stream, we've done some transfer business. We've done a lot of transfer business. I mean a lot of transfer business. And we're ready to head into the season. The season where we are currently predicted to finish 6th. Not too bad. I mean, there was clearly a gap. We've got the 3 relegated sides, Bochum, Hertha and Hamburg. We've got Mainz and Schalke, who narrowly missed out on the playoff spot last year. All expected to do very well. And, from evens to 5-1, there's kind of like a reasonable feeling that they're going to be the teams competing. We're a little bit below, 15-2 or 7.5-1 if you want to standardise it to 1. So we're probably expected to fall just a little bit short. But I think we can do better than that. I definitely think we can do better than what they're predicting. It's going to be interesting to see, because when we look at the Media Dream 11, there's none of our players. I mean, actually, there is one player. There's a player called Rocco Vata. Rocco Vata is one of our new signings. So why don't we head on over and take a look at what changes have been made? And I can tell you, there's been a lot. There has been a lot. This is our activity from last season. Let me just see. So Ladislav Almasi fan says, any French people in the chat who've watched Amagou from AS, from Saint Etienne that is, or someone with Timothy Chalamet's number? That's fan. There we go. I've not. Hopefully there will be some that can, but it doesn't matter if he's good, surely. You've got about 400 midfielders out on loan. Just recall one of them, right? Surely just recall one of them. Right, Simon Astor. Simon Astor was our right back last season, was earning £21,500 per week, euros even per week. So we sold him to Hull for 6 million. His value immediately jumps up to 17.5 the moment we sell him, despite him not being able to get a work permit. So he's on one of the weird exception contracts out there. 6 million, pretty decent money for us to get. That's a sizable chunk, and we've got a million euros a year off the wage bill, which is really nice. That was the only thing that happened before the season ticked over. Our transfer window didn't open until July the 1st, literally just 3 weeks ago in game. And since then, it's gone a little bit crazy. Just a little bit crazy. Right, Lukmar says, I've come down with a sickness yesterday. Pretty immobile right now. That's same to hear. Just wanted to say I'm really glad for your stream right now, and in general, of course, Musterman, bless you. That's very kind. I hope you do feel better soon, my man. I don't need to tell you. You know very, very well, but rest up, look after yourself, plenty of fluids, and we will be good. We will be all right. So yes, let's talk about the outgoings first, because I've noticed that somebody has pointed out that Oscar Wilhelmsen is gone. Oscar Wilhelmsen is gone. Not by choice. Not by choice, Holyfab. He had a 4.6 million euro release clause and wasn't willing to enter into any contract discussions. We managed to get some other teams to agree for higher values, but he still chose to go to Augsburg, playing in the Bundesliga. So it's a sad state of affairs. 4.6 million. It's a shame. He finished as the league's top scorer last year, 18 goals. 13 of them came with us in charge. On top of the 16 he scored the season prior, it's going to be a big, big miss. He's also joined out the door, as people have noticed, by Elias Saad. Elias Saad has been sold for €8.5 million. That's a massive amount of money. We've got his €50,000 wages per week off the budget, and he's now going to be playing in Spain with Levante. He didn't want to leave as well. He did very much kick up a fuss when we transfer listed him. So Saad we transfer listed. We didn't transfer list Wilhelmsen. We wanted to keep him a buy. Leon Ampadu Wiafe. We were trying to sell him in January. We finally managed to sell him for a measly 100k. Roberto Massimo was that right back / right winger that was a bit shit. And somehow we've got €1.5 million for him. So I'm pretty delighted with that. I am pretty delighted with that. Tatsuya Ito agreed a free transfer, as did Robin Kraus. Their contracts were ending. Our centre-back Tristan Top Rasmussen has been sent out on loan, hopefully a chance for him to get regular first-team football. Backup striker Fabio Torciello's gone for $250,000. He was never really much for our plan, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Andreas Muller, our centre-back who scored our goal of the season, that absolutely cracking goal from the edge of the box in the last day of the season. He's gone for $3.7 million to our first opponents. Andreas Muller. It's gone to Holstein Kiel. And then we sold our backup goalkeeper. He was a bit rubbish, 80k something. Enis Shabani never really took the chances that he got. He was signed last season for 170k. Was a bit rubbish. Sold for triple the amount. So pretty happy there. And then Tamas Borbali. He was one of our youth players, and Kaiserslautern wanted to give us €500,000 and a 35% profit on him. He was expected to be decent. Like, I think he was maybe like a 3.5 star potential, maybe kind of player. So yeah, that's a lot of moves. When you add the 6 million from Astor onto that, that's 25 million raised in fees, and we have hit the free market area quite aggressively. So let me just catch up a little bit there on chat. So Crodmo is going to give him a reprieve on correcting English. How gracious of you, Crodmo. Hungdamin is in. Welcome in. We are rebuilding the squad indeed. Ladislav Almasi's wanting Andre to be recalled, but no, buy 2 new midfielders instead. Seems to be the Chelsea way, right? Seems to be the Chelsea way. So no sad, no more tears, indeed. It is. Like 8.5 million is crazy money. Right, Rich is in. Welcome in, Rich. Are you thrilled and excited for the arrival of Rashford at Villa? No. Like, he gives us depth, he gives us options now. With Duran gone, I'm happy we've got someone in. He will do the job. It's a short-term fix. If he does well, brilliantly. If he doesn't do well, at least we had some depth. Yeah. So Alex Garrido was signed on a free transfer. His contract at Barcelona expired. He was okay in the Swiss Super League. He comes in as a player that can control the game a little bit more, likes to play killer balls, likes to dictate tempo, gives us a possible playmakery type profile of midfielder, which is something that we've lacked. So I'm excited to see how Garrido gets on. We brought in Tim Muller as a backup left back. He was playing in non-league reserves, but he's a relatively low risk move. He seems to have an okay spread of attributes. He can do the possession things. He can do enough defensively. He can tackle. He can be aggressive. So hopefully there's enough about him as a backup that he's going to be quite useful. Where we go, back again. Anton Guy. We signed so with Astor gone, we were able to get his replacement in on half his wages, and that's going to be former Ajax defender Anton Guy, who hasn't played a senior game in years, but he came recommended by our director of football on a free transfer. Again, from an attribute standpoint, he seems pretty solid. From a trait standpoint, seems to be pretty good for what we might be looking to do with our changes tactically. So worth a risk, I hope. Does mean that our right backs are currently the unproved Guy and Rashidi, who was at one point looking like he was on the way out. So Lukmar is on the fluids. So many fluids in me right now, it's not even pretty. That sounds very different. Um, so are we back to General United talk? Veggie says. I mean, what do United fans feel about Dorgu? In fact, Ladislav Almasi fans already asked that question. So Dill's in. Welcome in, Dill. How you doing? What a fabulous watch along you did yesterday for the Arsenal Man City game. What a crazy result. What a crazy result. Right, so Crudmo says you tried to do a shout out for Dill and it said Crudmo shouted out Dill, but the thing with the heart didn't appear at the top of the screen. Oh, interesting. Maybe you're not allowed to give proper shout outs. I don't know. Interesting. I'll watch it back and see what happens. That does seem quite surprising, I have to say. So yeah, we've got a new goalkeeper. Oh my, welcome in, Rowan. How are you doing, sir? Lovely to see you. Oh, and I think I need to shut up again. Maybe not. It's getting confused. How was your stream, my dude? How was your stream? Yeah, what are you still with your grandfather's team? Still conquering Europe, bringing them back up to where they should be.
It's not the statistics. It's not the statistics. You tell me, how do you measure somebody that could balance a balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle?
You gentlemen, you absolute gentlemen. Yeah, lovely to see you in. You're still with DWS, yes, marvelous. Ajax and Feyenoord are winning everything, and we just can't catch up. I mean, it's only a matter of time, though. Surely, only a matter of time before you're up and I can't speak today. I just really can't speak today.
It's not the statistics. It's not the statistics. You tell me, how do you measure somebody that could balance a balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle?
Oh, bless you, Lance. Thank you very much. Wind tunnel, tell him, you tell me. It's not the statistics. You are an absolute gentleman. Lovely to see you in, my dude. Yep, so I can see that it's not coming up with various things, it appears, on there. So I think that might be a Twitch issue. Crudmo. Not your fault at all. Right, so yeah, we're introducing. So you've come in just in time. We've started the stream. We're introducing a very big turnover with the squad. We've let like 10-15 players go. We've brought in a shitload too. So it's all change. All change. So here we go. We've got Nicholas Sauter. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper. He was on in the Zweite Bundesliga last season with Freiburg's reserves, where he was solid. I mean, it says he's got a 6.61 average rating, but he I think he had something like 0.11 xG prevented. He was active in winning back possession, didn't give the ball away a lot, so should be a solid option. Hopefully an improvement on what we had last season. I'm a little concerned by his rushing out, but the main things for me is good agility, and he's got good agility, so hopefully he should be all right. We have Rocco Vata. Rocco Vata is in the Media Dream Team, which seems like a pretty good sign. Thank you very much for the hydrate, RJ. So Rocco Vata was on loan at Ipswich last season, where he scored 11 goals as a winger in the Championship, on loan from Newcastle. He's coming on a free transfer. He's going to compete with Dustin Forkel on the left wing to potentially be that kind of like inverted winger kind of player. So he's got great agility, great balance, pretty solid all round. The only thing he's a little bit short on is like flair and long shots, but he's a dribbly boy. And you know how much I like a dribbly boy. As Lukmar says, what a player indeed. It is glorious, isn't it? It is a great name. So the Scottish winger has been joined by another player signed from Newcastle at the end of his contract, Roman Essa, the hero of Crystal Palace last weekend. He's come in, he's on less than 20,000 euros a week, which I'm delighted with. So he was playing as also in the Championship, not quite as good, 5 goals, 5 assists, but he gives us a left-footed right winger, which is something that I should give us a little bit of balance. Again, he's kind of pretty decent, good physical profile, good in possession, not as good in an attacking perspective. So we might have our right winger as an inverted winger and Rocco Vata on the left as an inside forward, rather than the other way round, which I think could be a good way that we can balance their skills. Definitely a big improvement to what we had out there last season. So I'm really excited for Vata and Essa. Should be good. We've also signed Andras Nemeth. Andras Nemeth has come in as, I suppose, essentially our Wilhelmsen replacement. He's not Wilhelmsen. Let's be completely frank. He is not Oscar Wilhelmsen, but he should be okay, I hope. Pardon me. So, yeah, Andras Nemeth hasn't had a great time of things. He's only really been playing as a bit part player the last few years with Hamburg. But he is a player that came up a lot when I've done my Moneyball Clinic videos as someone who does really, really well when he gets game time. He was transfer listed for 160k. So I'm hopeful that he can come in, back up Ellis Sims, and offers kind of a focal point for our attack. Should be a pretty decent player. He's got decent pace. He's got good jumping and heading and strength and balance. He can score. So I think we've got a solid, not necessarily great, but a solid backup. We've also brought in Yannick Mousehound. Yes, we brought him in on loan because his name is Mousehound. That is pretty much exactly the only reason, but it's good by me as far as I'm concerned. Salumi asks, when are we having a hair reveal? There have been plenty of hair reveals. You've just got to keep on turning up to the streams until there's one where I let my hair down. They happen every now and then. Not all that often, but every now and then. So Lanislav, our massive fan, says, as a Strasbourg fan, I'm happy with the squad. We could do with a new striker and maybe a new winger to cover Bakwa's injury, but keeping Andre and Bakwa makes it a perfect window. Proper Borg indeed. I mean, it's the whole it's like the City Group path of progression, really, isn't it? So you're going from Strasbourg to Chelsea, but do you not get confused then when you want players to stay at Strasbourg, but you also want them to go to Chelsea? How do you deal with the conflict there? So we've also brought in Noah Mbamba. He was a player who came up, I think, from our director of football. Former Bayer Leverkusen midfielder, very good in the tackle, did quite well in terms of possession won and possession loss. So he should be if not necessarily the starter, the long-term replacement for Lucas Further at the base of our midfield. Like he's really, really good all round. A chance for him at 23 to kick on and really, really make a name for himself, I hope. Sebastian Tubeck. This was I think this was a statistical one. He came through. He had crazy tackles won and headers won in the Danish division. 20-year-old 6'4" Danish centre back comes in for 2.1 million euros. He was playing in the Superliga in Denmark, and really, I'm surprised we got him. There were a couple of Bundesliga teams that came in and made an offer for him. We're paying him 16,750. That's less than average. He should come in and be a starter straight away. I mean, like, defending wise, he's brave, he's great decision making, good pace and determination. The only knock arguably on him is a little lack of aggression, but that's not really too much of a not too much of a concern there. So yeah, Tubeck, I'm really excited by. Benjamin Larde is one of the goalkeepers we saw when we were going through the stats. He doesn't necessarily look great, but he's going to be our backup. He was kind of solid, positive XG prevented, which, you know, is enough. And then there's a scout report, guys. So Gaston Ovia was released by Ajax on a free transfer. He's another player that hasn't played much. So in the last few years, hasn't really featured. But the scout said that he's going to be good. And I have had him before. I've had him in FM23 at Man United, where he's a little bit of a disappointment. So, like, I immediately dismissed it because he'd been a bit of a disappointment at that level. This is a much lower level than Man United playing at, questionably. I think Avia, as a left-footed defender, could be a big improvement on Gimba. And it means that if someone bids for Gimba, we'd be quite happy to let him go. We don't need to worry quite so much about that succession planning, which would be quite nice. So that gives us a pretty decent squad. Our squad now looks like this. And as you can see, it's a 3-4-3. It's a 3-4-3. Because, one, I've perhaps signed one more centre-back than I expected. But actually, when we were talking about it in the last stream, we were looking at having both our wing-backs getting forwards. And I don't like both full-backs getting forwards in a back four, because then you've got a lot of coverage that they need to do and not much support behind. So if we're going to have both wing-backs getting forwards, we've got players cutting inside from the wings. We've got more playmakery type player in Garrido, and then ball winners in midfield. It kind of makes sense that we go to a back three, and see how that works out. We'll see how it works out. So Dill says Mousehound is awesome. He was your captain at Dresden for a while. Oh, marvelous. Yeah, like Mousehound, we picked him up using our searches with stats on tackle win percentage and header win rate. But let's face it, it's because he's called Mousehound. Mousehound is an amazing name. Mousehound can play as a goalkeeper. He can play as a goalkeeper. How about that? Well spotted. Well spotted, Thibaut. Why not? Okay, it looks like we've got our third choice goalkeeper in Mousehound as well. We should be good with that. Heston's in as well. Welcome in, Heston. As an Aggie, sorry about Miles Garrett. Indeed. So, for those that follow NFL, Miles Garrett, the greatest defensive player in the league who plays for my beloved Cleveland Browns, has asked to leave, which is a little bit of a bugger. A little bit of a bugger indeed. So we're going to see how that pans out over the off-season. But before that, we're going to play some Football Manager. So we start off against Holstein Kiel, away from home. Pretty tough game. I think they beat us quite comfortably last time. Andres Muller is going to start for them, their new signing from us. Players are in a good mood, so I don't think I need to say too much. What I am going to do is drop down to a balanced mentality to start. Yeah, let's do this. Right, so Neutral says Avira is quite good. Polyfab likes Avira as well. That's fair enough. I've got hopes that he should be good for us at this level. Neutral Normie reckons this is an Amorim influence. If every 3-4-3 is Ruben Amorim, then he seems to be getting a lot of credit for things nowadays, which is a surprise given how it's actually panning out for United. Bless. Right, that's as far as the start goes. We seem to have been a little bit careless in possession already. Here's Freeze into Barcock. Barcock tries to play it over. Yes, they've got Rodrigo Muniz. Quality player. But Tubek was there to cut it out. Here's Garrido. He's going to find Guy out on the right. Beats Essa. Essa does well to beat his man. Essa, can he do something here? He plays it into Guy across Lucas Furter. Oh, what a save from Wiener. Beautiful stuff. Quadmo doesn't want us to let Gimba go. Well, as you see, Gimba is in our starting lineup for this game as we acclimate Avia to the Zweite Bundesliga. Right, here's Alex Garrido cutting inside, plays it to Gimba. Gimba's trying to create some space for the cross. He can't. He plays it back to Vata. Here's Further from the edge of the area again. That time, not quite as good a shot. So Supreme Kwan's in. Welcome in, my dude. Lovely to see you. Ladder Slab says if it's an Amorim influence, we're getting relegated. We'll see what happens. Right, here's a chance for Rodrigo Muniz. He heads it over. Yeah, okay. You die by the sword and die by the sword. Indeed. Quadmo's amazed that we're going to play some football. We all just came here each week to watch you not press space. I know. Mental, isn't it? Mental. We're going to, though, be here in time to see us concede. Offside? He was on the line, Rosita. So it'll be interesting. I'm sure that's going to stand. It is going to stand. There we go. We saw their hands up in the air. It was a corner outswinger from Sander in at the near post. Commenda gets there first. Sauter makes a great save. The man on the post does bugger all, and Itta stabs home. Disappointing. Let's fire them up. Right, Tubek now has a chance to find Guy inside to Garrido. Garrido turns, plays it back to Guy. There's space for Guy to run into. He feeds Essa. Essa, what can he do here on his debut? Plays it back to Garrido. Garrido, another good save from Wiener. Oh, come on. Right, so we play now. We do play now. We do a football. Welcome in, H-Tank. Crazy stuff. Come on, De Lillian. Come on, the Lilies, indeed. It's another save from Wiener, shot from distance. That was a much more standard save, to be fair. Lukemar says it's really a Cruyff influence. I mean, even then, like, a 3-4-3 was long before Cruyff too. And the way that you play within that structure is going to make a big difference. Right, Pulius asks, what do I think about the Luka Doncic trade? So NBA news now. The best way I can do this, if I explain this...
It's not the statistics! You tell me! How do you measure somebody that could balance a balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle?
Oh, GNG, you absolute gentleman. Resubscribe for 3 months. What a star you are. It is not the statistics. It's not the statistics at all. I'm so Pulius with the Luka Doncic trade. For NBA fans, or non-NBA fans, imagine that Paris Saint-Germain spoke to Real Madrid before Mbappe's contract had expired and said to Real Madrid, hey, we'd like to give you Real Madrid, and in exchange, you give us Mariano. No money. You'd say that's crazy. That's what's essentially happened in the NBA. Luka Doncic, one of the greatest players in the league at the moment, has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. And it was Doncic's team, the Dallas Mavericks, who instigated it. In return, they got an injury-prone player that has questionable effort. It's madness. Absolutely madness. Never saw that one coming. Right, here come Holstein Kiel, looking to make it 2-0. Itter into Weishaupt. Weishaupt feeds Barkok. Back to Sander. Sanders forced back to Freeze. It's over the top. Barkok's in behind. It's a good save from Salter, but the free kick is given. Barkok was offside. Right, so a Cruyffian 3-4-3 has a midfield diamond. Exactly, Grizzly P. So what have we got? Veggie says, I'm beginning to think the cutoff is you have to get them back at the club before they turn 19. You're talking to Crabman. I'm not sure what you're on about there. So first half, if we, like, their goal, like, was a tap in from 1 yard out. So that was a, wait a second. Oh, okay, 0.36 to 0. That was a 0.94 XG chance. So their other 4 chances have been about 0.4. Our 7 chances have been about 0.67. Neither team has really created very good chances, other than obviously the goal. The very, very significant chance that one was, to be fair. Yeah, we're where we deserve to be. We need to see a little bit more going into this second half. We are going to swap this round. Vata to be the inside forward, Essa to be the inverted winger, and see how things go in that second half. Lukmar says, nah, AD is better than Mariano. AD was better than Mariano. AD is a shadow of the player that he used to be. Those injuries really, really taking their toll. Cross to the far post. Rena claims it. Vata was never going to get there. Right, Rena sends it long. It's easily gathered by Hein. Hein inside to Garrido. Plays it back to Bookman. Bookman, there's loads of space over on the right. Essa over to Guy. Guy can run into the space. Can he get a cross in? Sims is waiting. Sims makes it 1-1. Does he though? Does he? They're appealing for offside. The flag didn't go up. The flag didn't go up, but what have we got going here? That's a goal. That is a goal.
The team will love the goals we drop to be part of the wave. Don't stop winning under Mikel Artalo.
That's what Ellis Sims is there to do. Hang about in the middle. Tap it in. Beautiful cross from Anton Guy. Well onside. 2 players playing Sims onside. Never a doubt. Koku Smelch is wondering how Frodo is still here. Frodo is our experienced defensive midfielder. He will be phased out by Noah and Bamba over time, but we are acclimating some of our new signings gently. We've made a lot of changes. Knight of Knee says that you think that Dallas wanted to save money, but what cost? It's crazy. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Oh, come on. Right. A chance for Max Sauter to be a hero on his debut. I don't think we've saved a penalty in this save in 5 seasons. Make that in 3 seconds. Sauter not just diving the right way, but catches it. Obscene. Obscene. I need to say that more often. I need to jinx the penalty if I can. Right, Brian Hine is on a yellow, so let's bring on Nürnberger. We're also going to bring off Vatter and bring on everyone's favourite, Dustin Forkel. I think it's just those 2 changes we need to make. And we're going to say, get a goal, get a goal. There we go. Changing the whole of our left-hand side. Right, it doesn't seem to have been much happening in the last 10 minutes or so. Is this going to peter out into nothing? Or is Nürnberger going to do something special? Free kick, just over, unfortunately. Just over. So Supreme Kwan likes AD more than Neymar. I mean, I really don't. Oh, bless him. Like, because as a Cavs fan, I love LeBron. And so whenever I've watched the Lakers, I've always been frustrated by, like, AD has been such a streaky shooter, so inconsistent on defense as well. Like the Pelicans AD, I swear I haven't seen for Lakers outside of like maybe 1 or 2 games. Right, here's Further, finds Essa shot over into the last 15 minutes. Let's make some changes, and that change is going to be... Oh, I shouldn't have Further as the roaming playmaker at that point. That's my bad. But Further is going to be replaced by Mbamba. We're also going to bring off Gimba now and bring on Avia. That should be okay. They're already motivated. I don't need to say anything more to them. Doncic is fat, says RG. Oh, that's a bold take. That's a bold take. I won't accept it, because if Doncic is fat, I am morbidly obese. Now I'm certainly not saying I'm skinny. I'm definitely not that. But yeah, Forkel's header caught by Wiener. What does that say about the quality in the NBA or his talents? It says that Doncic is incredible. I still can't, but yeah, I can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around it at all. Here's Forkel. After Guido's shot was blocked, nothing happening. We're doing well in these last 10-15 minutes or so. We seem to be on the front foot. Nürnberger's cross, headed away by Trui. Trui was a player we were looking at over the summer as well. Esse crosses it, Nürnberger. And here's a chance now maybe for Kiel to break with Rodrigo Muniz. Muniz tries to hold it up. Avia steps in. Forkel inside. Here's Mbamba, feeds Sims. Sims finds Essa. Essa in behind on his weaker right foot, forces another save from Wiener. It's been a good game from Wiener so far. Commentators reverse cuss. Exactly, that's what we were going for. Doncic is a player you see once every 10 to 20 years. Sadly, he's not professional. He would have won NBA and MVP already. I genuinely would say that like there are people who are praising AD at the moment. AD is far less professional, I would assert, but there we go. Ellis Sims scored the goal, but no, let's actually bring off Essa. We're going to bring on Cooper now. Lots of players very, very tired. See if we can do this in the last 5 minutes or so. Veggie, I was asking about the rules regarding homegrown status for new signed youngsters. When you loan them back, it looks like the time loan back counts as long as you get them back in club before they turn 19. It depends very much on the league you're playing in. There are, like, the rules in every league seem to be different. It's very, very confusing. Right, Nürnberger feeds Forkel. Oh, Sims just like dive at it, man. You're 7 foot tall. I think he's only 6 foot tall, to be fair. Here's Bauer and Rodrigo Muniz. That is undeserved. Oh, come on. Bullshit. It's a throw in, a long throw from Itter. Oh, it looked like it's going to be a long throw. It wasn't. Bauer finds the space, crosses it to Rodrigo Muniz. Rodrigo Muniz was played onside by debutant Gaston Avia. Oh, that's a heartbreak. Why is Avia 5 foot deeper than the rest of the team? Oh. Right, can we get a late equaliser? Here's the cross. Forkel at the far post. Forkel does get a late equaliser. That is deserved.
Darmstadt scoring, Abertalo's glowing, Nick has got us going
No less than we deserved, and fitting that it should come from another throw-in. Now, I know I say that it was undeserved for them to be leading. They did have a penalty which they missed, and that's, that's a big quality chance. Tubeck turns inside, finds Avia. Avia feeds Forkel. Forkel can see Mbamba inside. He finds Sims. Sims with a good first touch. His second touch forces another save out of Wiener. Right, someone from the city of Barreiro must have told Mustermann to use 3-4-3 after seeing his favourite team playing well in Liga Portugal. Yes. Since we're talking about Mavericks players, I still remember the first time seeing Nowitzki in the flesh. He seemed so unbalanced, moved like a truck, stuck in first gear. That's fair. Absolutely awful on the ball as well, but to be fair... Oh well. Oh my. Here we go. From the free kick, Sander finds Kratenmacher on the edge of the area, feeds Wagba, gets it back, takes a shot. It looks like it takes a deflection on its way in. Oh, that is heartbreaking stuff. And what's the offside check here? Who are you checking offside? Yeah, that's a weird offside check. Oh, this might be a long season. Or are we going to do something from a throw-in? We are overtime now. Surely this is the last few seconds of the game. Here's Forkel. Tries to feed Guido. Kratenmacher steps in. Now they're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. There we go. 3-2 to Holstein Kiel. Oh, that's a hard one to take. That's a tough one. Tough one to take. To the extent that I'm going to go back to Kokus Melch's comment. So it was the first game of basketball I saw in your hometown stadium as Nowitzki played first game of football I saw in my hometown stadium as Nowitzki played a charity match against Manuel Neuer. I mean, it's a fair description of him as a player as well. He's gangly and awkward, but he made it work. I call bullshit. I call absolute bullshit on that game. We dominated them, created chance after chance after chance. They got a bullshit goal from a corner that the defender on the post just stood there as he tapped it in from a yard out, essentially. They got a bullshit penalty. Oh, that hurts. I don't like what I saw. So, a good start to the season. Lots of new players. We concede 3 goals. We have a goalkeeper save a penalty. So he's going to get a good rating. He made a couple of other decent saves as well, to be fair. But there we go. Our next game, at least, is a nice, easy match against Mainz. So, Polya says that, he's 6'7". If he's anything less than 230 pounds, he might be underweight. That's fair. We're wondering, what about Luka is unprofessional? I agree with you. I wouldn't describe Luka as unprofessional. I think that there's a perception that when people are quite casual in nature, that means that they don't work hard. And Doncic clearly works hard. Neutral Normie says people always say things like that. Neymar is not serious. Hazard could have done so much more, not realising maybe the nonchalant nature is what makes them so special. I mean, like Ronaldinho as well, if you want to add into that. Someone who was perceived as, not caring. But, the amount of work that he put in to be a sensational player, it can't be denied. Can't be denied at all. Scripted, says Neutral Normie. It feels like it. Hank, my team just gave up a 2-0 lead by conceding the 93rd and 95th minute. Oof. Is it time for Civ, says DM Basis? Quite possibly. Yeah, that hurts. Maybe we need a change just to get it out of our system. Darmstadt have just keeled over. I begrudgingly applaud you, Johnny. I begrudgingly applaud you. A good pun. So that's killed the morale in the dressing room. An okay pun. Not quite as good, I wouldn't say, Neutral Normie, but pretty good. Crudmo, reasons I lose at FM. 1% my opponent's tactics were better than mine. 99% fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit indeed. Hung Min says we lost to Kiel again. Bruh, yes we did. Lose to Kiel. Red App, did I hear Civ? You did hear Civ. We're not going to be playing Civ tonight. I do hope to play at the weekends again though at some point. Civ 7 isn't just out soon. It's out on the 14th of February, next Friday. Sorry, the 11th of February. 11th of February, so that's on Tuesday. The early access is out in about 3 days' time. And I do actually need to send you guys, I'll pop it up in the Discord at some point. So Games Planet are doing their standard 10% off. You don't get, I get a code, but that doesn't get you any more discount. It just lets you know, it just lets them know that I told you that they sell it for 10% off. So I'll send you guys the links, but I'll also see if there are better deals out there. There's almost certainly better deals out there. But yeah, so nonetheless, they were happy for me to push Civ 7, despite having only ever played Civ 6 on stream and talked about Civ 7 0 times. It's a fair play to them. I suppose any sale is a sale for them, isn't it? So they don't really care who it is who tells them. Right, Supreme Crown has a quick question. How do we see the best leagues in order? For example, how could I find the top Welsh division is more competitive than Sky Bet League 2? So you can't see it exactly, but what you can do, if you come over to World, competitions and leagues, it ranks them. And I believe that this is in order. So like when you see that those reputation rankings in certain skins, that's what you've got going there. Now, where is Wales? I think we might be scrolling for quite a while to find a Welsh league. Panorama National League 2 has come up before I've seen a single Welsh league. So the Welsh Premier League is currently below the Turkish third division, just above the Liga Puerto Rico. Just below, it's below German division lower. So specific. Just all lower division German leagues are better than Wales, apparently. That is harsh. How objective it is questionable though. So DM Basis hasn't bought it yet, but I almost definitely will on release. I'll be actually wait, we've got a break coming up. I'm a bit late. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Bye. Right, we're back. And thank you very much for redeeming a mini game, Johnny. So we have a new game. Before we get to that, I mean, you guys can read the rules. It is kind of straightforward, but I will explain it properly in a moment. I was saying to Dan Basis before I suddenly noticed the ad was starting. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait a little bit, just probably until maybe the first DLC is out, if I'll be honest. I want to see kind of how it plays, maybe watch a handful of videos and kind of probably going to wait a little while on Civ 7. Generally speaking, I found that by the time Civ is released, the hype period is so long that I've kind of lost a bit of interest, I'll be honest. I know I shouldn't say that. But there we go. Right, let's explain Player Smash. And for this, I really should be saying a huge thank you to D-Boy Plays. Let me in fact do the lovely little honours. I will in a second at least, once I found here. How do I spell his name? It's D-Boy with a Y. This is some top quality content coming up here, as I can't work out how to close all the browser windows that are getting in the way. So there we go. So you should get a link. D-Boy does play a bit of Player Smash on his own stream. It's also something that's one of my favourite rounds in another daytime British game show called House of Games. And the way it works is that you need to merge two names of players together. So the last few letters, maybe the last syllable of the first player's surname is the first few letters of the second player's surname. So you're going to get clues. You're going to get, like we've got in the example here, on one side you'll have a clue like the first hat-trick scorer in a one-legged European final since 1969, and the second clue on the right, which will be a young Ajax midfielder recently arrived in Wales. Those clues will lead you to Ademola Lookman and Sivert Manswerk. And if you squash them together, you get Lookmanswerk. So that's how it's going to work. You're going to see 5 different clues appear on screen in a couple of moments. So you can choose whichever ones you want to answer in whatever order. Type it in. Once you get it right, it will reveal that you've got it correct. So it is a little bit of a fastest finger first. It's also a chance that you can pick and choose which one you want to go for and see how it goes. And we'll see how it works. There's some fantastic examples in the chat right now, like Lukaku Lusevski. That's a fantastic one. Lukaku Lusevski. I've got one, not just note it down, but also make sure that we don't play it for like 2 months so people have forgotten as well. So if you were to have so Rashtani wouldn't quite work, unfortunately. A nice try. A nice try. Loudrup counts as 2. It could be. And, well, actually, it couldn't, because the second Loudrup wouldn't start with drop. So Crudmo says he has no idea what's going on. I went to do some washing up and come back, and suddenly there's a new game, and Musterman saying Lookmanswerk. Lookmanswerk is. So yeah, it will become clear as we get the clues. So you've got to might need to walk through some of the answers in some detail. So if we take example that Johnny Trotter was given, Lukaku Lusevski, we are looking for a player. We will have a clue that will give the answer Lukaku and a clue that will give the answer Kulusevski. They combine on the last 2 letters of Lukaku, KU. And you've got Lukaku and Kulusevski. So I'll show you the clues and let's see how we get on with them. And if we need any more help, we can then kind of talk through them as we go. So these are our clues. We're looking for a World Cup star, Manchester United flop, who is going to be combined with the Serie A top scorer in 1994-95. So we're just looking at surnames, and it's got to be the names combined. So Ladislav Almaty has gone for Figo Vitinha, which I'm guessing is the Ballon d'Or winner, crossed the El Clasico divide, and a player that played 1 game for Wolves before returning home to Portugal. So Figo works, but there isn't a player called Go Vitinha. So if you can find a player whose name begins with G-O that matches the clue, you would mix them across and you get Fi something or other. So we've got a guess there for Veronaldo as the World Cup star, Man United flop, Serie A top star. That's a fantastic guess. That is a fantastic guess. Unfortunately, it's not quite right, I'm afraid. That Ronaldo wasn't the top scorer in the 94-95 season. I think once you work out the top scorer, that kind of helps you get towards it. So we've got a guess over on YouTube for Pogbattistuta, which is fabulous as well. That is fantastic. So there, how that works. It's not quite right, but you've got BA at the end of Pogba. The BA starts Battistuta, Pogbattistuta. And I can tell you that Battistuta is right for the Serie A top goal scorer. Figo is right for the Ballon d'Or winner who crossed El Clasico divide. But it's not going to be Fi Gomez. It's Figo who? It's going to be Figo someone. Figo someone. Maybe think of more modern players, perhaps. So Ronaldo Silva. Don't think that one quite works, unfortunately. Al-Fabi comes in. Al-Fabi has solved the middle one with Krusemin. Indeed, Umbilicus just seconds after as well. That was the World Cup winner, recently retired, Toni Kroos, and the Serie A winner, who's recently gone to Turkey, Osimhen. So as you can see there, Kroos ends OS, Osimhen starts OS. We've got Krusemin. Beautiful. Well done, Al-Fabi. Someone's picked up on Figun Chalves as well. James Mann over on YouTube just pips Knight of Knee to that one. Indeed, we've got Figo and Gonçalves, and Redap comes in just a few moments later as well. Beautiful stuff. So I can confirm, we've looked at the first one. We know that the goal scorer, the Serie A top goal scorer, is Battistuta. So we're looking at someone who had a good World Cup but flopped at Manchester United, that either ends in B or BA or BAD. Krodmo has gone for, I see, Venegor of Hesseling Cardieles. That doesn't link on anything, though, does it, unfortunately, Krodmo? But Ardieles could well be one. We've got somebody who scored 88 goals in 179 games for Celtic, 22 goals in 126 games elsewhere, and a player who missed the 1982 FA Cup final due to the Falklands War. Now, if that last player is Ardieles, you're looking for a player who's maybe, for the answer to the first one, their name possibly ends in ARD or AR. We've got Amrabat to Captain Zeep. Beautiful stuff, it is indeed. Sofian Amrabat and Gabriel Battistuta. Amrabat, beautiful work. Hong De-min has gone for Edouard Best. Now, okay, if we combine those two answers, because there isn't a player called Ard Best or Urd Best, you want the names to combine on the same letters. So there we've got it. Johnny Trotter has put those two pieces together. We've got Odson Edward. We've got Ozzy Ardieles. Edward ends ARD. Ardieles starts ARD. A DM basis was very, very close. Went for Eduardes. So close. Lardieles, I quite like as well. I definitely quite like that. Quadmo doesn't give a fuck if it doesn't link. That's fair enough. So we have an Amsterdam-born player, once the most expensive player in the world, and somebody that signed for Fulham but never played a game. Now, what clues can I give you? I don't need to give you clues. I don't need to give you clues at all, because Umbilicus249 has come in. Got it himself. It's Hulitmanen. Amazing. Ruud Gullit, born in Amsterdam. His move in the 87, 88 made him the world's most expensive player. And Jari Litmanen signed for Fulham but never played a game. There you go. And again, so Gullit ends LIT. Litmanen begins LIT. They are connected on lit. Marvellous stuff. Marvellous stuff. I know it is a little bit complicated, a little bit contrived. But I'm certainly happy, as I say, with all the new games that we suggest. Is do let us know feedback. So complex but satisfactory. Prefer only connect. Hungdamin says it's confusing. That's fair. It's hard. It is certainly hard. Looks like I picked the wrong week to give up taking speed and the wrong time to join the stream. Welcome in, Zenergy. Lovely to see you there. complex like Crudmo. Official review by Mrs. Crudmo. Let's be honest, Johnny Trotter, Mrs. Crudmo's not going to be that polite. So Rich thinks it's a good game. Umbilicus likes it. It's not easy and it's quite funny. I mean, I'll be honest, a large part of it comes down to it being very fun to say some of those things. I'll be honest, with Figon Chalves, I actually wanted to use Maxime Gonalons for the second one, because saying Figonalons is exceptionally satisfying. I recommend it at home right now. I don't care who's around. Just say Figonalons. So satisfying. But I think that a clue for Maxime Gonalons might have just been even too contrived by my standards. So welcome in Coatiba. What is this game? I just dropped in. So it's a game where you need to link players through the last letters of one player's name and the first letters of a number of the other, called Player Smash or Answer Smash. It's a very, very confusing game. But yeah, like if you do let me know what's the best way we can do it with it being anonymous. I think it's anonymous. Let's pop this in a poll for those that did play. I'm afraid, so YouTube, I can't run a poll over there, but just tell me if you're happy doing it non-anonymously. Just say whether you would like us to try it again at a later date or whether you'd never like to see it again. And over on Twitch, we'll pop it out on a poll. Shall we smash? That's what I'm going to ask, just shall we smash? Obviously, I haven't prepared another one for today, but whether it's worth doing again some point in the future. So yeah, unfortunately, Coatiba just missed it. But there may be a chance that we get to see it again. Maybe not. We'll find out. Coloraka put welcome in. Lovely to see you, my dude. How are you? Also, Chencho Player, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. So H-Tank would rather do smash or pass with footballers. I mean, we did have that. Do we go back to looking up players' thighs? We could definitely do that. I can see you're in your element this time round. I do like a little bit of chaos. Let's be fair. I definitely like a little bit of chaos. Right, so Sims is the target forward. We've brought Mbamba in to start. We've gone for the slightly switched sides of the formations. Now let's head into the game against Mainz. See how we get on. So whilst I was here, we played Civ 6, I believe. Indeed. So during the evenings, weekday evenings, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, are the Football Manager streams. And then at the weekends, because people who normally come along in the evenings might not be able to make weekend daytimes, so I don't like to progress the save whilst people can't necessarily keep up to date with it. So we do something different at the weekends when we stream at the weekends. Right, yeah, let's head on into the next game. First home game of the season against Mainz. Can we bounce back? So your internet immediately cut out after your Nowitzki comment. Safe to say I was not impressed. That's a shame. I'm sorry. So Crudmo's getting it now. Crud Mourinho, exactly. Dean Basis Sterling. That would work. So I'm good. Chencho plays. Are you currently playing Football Manager? If so, who are you playing with? Would love to know. It was too much chaos for Holofab. That's fair. So you could say he's smashing it. There we go. You missed a lot. You'll catch up in the VOD. It's difficult to explain even when we were playing the game. Much harder to explain when we're not playing the game, unfortunately. So, start of the game hasn't really been particularly great. One shot in the whole game. Here's Mainz now with Ngumu. Back to Amenda. Leitch. Plays it into Grilic. Back to Leitch. Here's Maya. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, I need to get a new drink at some point. Maya plays it back to Kamenek. Kamenek's cross. Merkin. It's a good save from Sauter. No, it's not. It's not a good save from Sauter. It hit the post. I've got to stop giving him credit for things that he hasn't done. Right, Hungdamin's getting kind of getting the hang of it. Bishmela, Haaland. I mean, they would connect on the H. That works. Cortiba Bannon. I mean, it would just be Corti Bannon. But yes, beautiful stuff. Right, here's Vata. Back to Gimba. Pine. Goes inside all the way back to Gimba. Gimba draws the players onto him. There's not too much urgency at the moment, which is fine. Gimba all the way back to Sauter. We were almost at the halfway line at one point. Is this going to be a mistake in our... It feels like it's going to be a mistake in our half. We're definitely look like we're... No, okay, we've crossed halfway. Here's Essa. Essa feeds Sims. Sims, good save from Kral. It's a corner. It's a corner. Crudmoise is a great one. Indeed it is. Crudmoise indeed. It is quite easy with Crudmo. Absolutely. Right. And that's offside. There's a shame. So Thomas is playing FM at the moment with the stream in the background. Sounds marvellous, Thomas. Who are you playing with? Quad Muller works indeed. Crudmo Salah is too easy. My Gimba is still here. Gimba is definitely still here. He's our boy. He's our captain. Right, and Bamba's on a yellow card. We'll take tackle harder off. Or do we bring further on at this point? Well, I think we're bringing on Forkel nice and early. Not being a great start in the first two games for Rocco Vata. He's meant to be, I think he was like the fourth favourite to be top goal scorer as well. So maybe we need to play him up front, especially when we're trying to chase a game. Here's Hein from the kickoff. Pardon me. Hein gets the cross into the far post. Kral claims it before Essa can get there. I don't think Essa's really going to be a player that's likely to win a header over a goalkeeper, so fair enough. Right, so we have the feedback on shall we smash. 14 want to smash, 5 don't. So yes, we will give it another try, perhaps on Wednesday. See how it goes. And then hopefully for those that missed out, you can see what it's all about and decide that you wish that they never said yes. Right, here we go. Again, nicely passing it around in defensive spaces. Here's Mbamba, finds Essa over the top. Sims is offside, surely. He is indeed. Now that volley, the volley was rubbish. It was on his weaker foot. Didn't really matter in the end anyway. Right, from the goal kick, the free kick even. We get possession again. Essa running at his man, gets past him, sends it in. It's Forkel at the far post, he can't win it, and Agumu comes away with it. Agumu now, he's going to play inside to Zvonarek. Hristic. Grilic back to Hrstic. Oh, no. Oh, we've had a game where we've just had all the... Oh, thank God. Thank God. I don't think I could take another game where we have all the chances and then lose. 3-2, it is worth saying. I mean, so I say we had all the chances. The other team had at least 4 chances because they missed the penalty. But I'm allowed to be revisionist. Here's Tubek. Tubek forces a save out of Kral. We need maybe a little bit more urgency. We're going to be turning that tempo up a bit, I think. Forkel's cross. Sims doesn't challenge for it. Guy sends it in. Easy claim for Kral. We're at the hour mark. Here comes the changes. That change is going to be Mbamba off for further, so we can have a little bit more violence in our midfield by tackling harder. And we are going to push that tempo up. Give me violence, further. Give me violence. So Bishma Mila Hoang Duc. Hoang Duc is a Vietnamese footballer. That could work. But Thomas is currently playing with Marseille. Interesting. How is the save going? How is the save going? Oh, good save. There's shots from outside the area. We're not really getting in behind much. Probably makes sense with a player like Sims. I think we're going to bring on Nemeth in a moment. Play him as a poacher, someone who's more likely to try and push against that back line a bit. Guy with a shot from distance. Yeah, that was a little bit ugly. So Lewis, welcome in. Lovely to see you, my dude. Have you missed anything? Yes, we've completely changed the team. I'll be honest. Like we've made a lot of transfers, and then we lost, as Johnny Trotter says, our opening league game of the season 3-2 in heartbreaking circumstances. This is our second game of the season, and Garrido's shot is blocked. We're looking for our first point. This is the season. So we said as part of this taking the job is that we'd get automatic promotion this season. When the season turned over and they gave us our goals for this year, they've just said top half, so that no longer seems to be an expectation, which is a bit weird, but we still want to aim for promotion if we possibly can. Right, so Meyer's going to take the corner. It's a good save from Sauter. Aimed in at the far post. Bookman gets it clear. Guy's going to chase. Can't get there. Right, here we are. Last 15 minutes or so. Ellis Sims off. Nemeth on as a poacher. Guy's on a booking. So on comes Rashidi. And then we have... Let's also fire these guys up into the last 10 minutes or so. See if we can get a goal if we possibly can. We need Chris Wood at Darmstadt. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. That's rubbish. Rubbish result. I mean, it's not a rubbish result. Mainz are a very, very good team. Disappointed though. Disappointed. I wanna play celebration songs. Boo. So there we go. A home draw against a team that are predicted to finish third. Not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But you do feel like we should have done a little bit better with the chances we had. Too many shots from distance. So I think we're going to work ball into box. We're going to increase the tempo from the off. We're going to increase the tempo from the off. Our next game is away against Rhinefield in the Cup. So the DFB-Pokal first round should be a game that will be very, very winnable. I hope it's winnable. Oh dear, that would be worrying. If we can't win that would be that would be a bit worrying. So Frodel Piero, that's a nice one, Cority, but I like that. I like that a lot. Abraham Schick as well, that works very nicely. So the board just knows me too well, says Lewis. Ouch! Ouch, that cut deep. So Thomas's second place finish in the league in 2 years. Got to the semi-final of the Champions League, but lost to Barcelona. Going pretty well from the sounds of things. Definitely going well. So yes, I should probably turn up my South Shield save now in Vanarama North. Oh, fantastic. Get it. Nice progress. I do apologise, by the way. I can't read Cyrillic, so I don't know how to... When I read your comments, I don't know how to pronounce your name. If you can give me some clues, that'd be really, really handy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So Jan Venegor of Hesselingkuku. That works nicely. That works. I could definitely get on board with that. Right, Nuremberg was another player we're trying to sell. We haven't had much luck getting rid of him yet, so we'll just try that again. We've still got like a whole month to go. So RJ reckons he's got the best one, which is Pedro. That's satisfying to say. That is definitely satisfying to say. Ortiba goes for Muster Manning. Yeah, that works. That works. Aaron Moyathabal. Beautiful. Welcome in, Robbie Joey. How are you doing, sir? Lovely to see you. Lewandowski and Nacho. Doesn't quite, unfortunately. Lewandowski and Nacho. Right, yep, not Garnacho. Yep, I see. Yes, that does just about work. Beautiful. So this isn't the Seb C. It's the Seb C. Should I know who Seb C is? I'm so proud. So it's Kirill. Yes, I'm from Russian, so it's like it. Or Cyril works too. Kirill, I should have known that. I worked with a Belarusian named Kirill. I should have recognized the spelling, because I do know that that shape that looks like an N in English is an L, and obviously K is K. So I'm a bit slow on that one. So Lewandowski and Nacho would definitely get big points in Scrabble. Crazy points. Holofab suggests Dol Bergkamp. We've got Victor Ashford. Who's Victor? Ashford. Victor. So MustermannFM, yes. Rasmus Demun. They're working, just about working. Robbie's just been sacked in his FM save. Oh, that's a shame. Who were you with, Robbie? Where were you? What happened? So there was an account on Twitter called Sebc, a very polarizing person. Well, after saying that, Seb Sears says that he doesn't even have Twitter. So maybe putting some distance in between. Hellas Verona offering just under 3 million. Get 30k a week off our wage budget. I'd be happy with that. He'll ask for... Oh, okay. So the least they would do is 3.8. Okay, we'll go back to them and say you need to give us 3.8. See what happens. Oh, the board stepping. I mean, we're paying him crazy money. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. So Pal Victor for the Victor. That works. That works indeed. Beckhamsick. I like that one. Mitto Martsen. That's satisfying to say. Welcome in. I am Scum123. Bestiago. Yeah, that works. That works. Aribojan is satisfying. Definitely satisfying. Lukaku works quite nicely. Marcus Edward Prowse, just about. Gonçalo Vestergaard, I do like that. Gonçalo Vestergaard works nice. Vlaritalo is amazing. Oh, we've got a bid for Hein. You can be unsettled. That's not enough. Right, he's got a 1.6. You've got to pay his release clause. So there we go. We'll send a negotiate. You can do what you want with that. I mean, Nürnberger might end up staying around as somebody can play at left wing back. So who knows? Who knows? Valdemar, indeed. Ilan Garnacho. There's a nice Man United link on that one. That works. Now we're cooking indeed. Musterstegen. I mean, I want to embody there's a part of me that wants to say yes and, that improv mentality. But it needs to be the full name. Yes, yeah, I know what you're going for, but it needs to be it needs to be Mustermann. So you'd be looking at somebody who ends in stir. Oh, fuck off. I mean, it's not my fault, Crodmo. Not my fault you can't get it. I get it. It's difficult for you. The joke isn't funny when you need to explain it, indeed. Watkinski works nicely. Fortuna Dusseldorf coming in for him now again. 1.6 and negotiate. I don't want... oh, wait, yes, we've got Bushberger is on the loan list, so he can go. That's fine. Bojanda Baronetsha. Crodmo Hamid. Crodmo is shouting himself out again. Hartoni. Oh, I like Hartoni. That's nice. That works well. Ronaldinho Simon works just about indeed. Victor, so Lindelof Forsberg, just about. Everyone go follow Crodmo. I heard he's pretty cool. You've heard wrong, unfortunately. And Mustermann's best friend. Absolutely. That's why I'm allowed to bully him so much. Right, Fortuna Dusseldorf really don't understand that when I say you have to pay 1.6 million, I mean you have to pay 1.6 million. Stop coming in with your crappy offers. Our goalkeeper's going to miss this game. A chance for our backup to earn his stripes. Val Deschamps, that works nicely. Vander Saratalo works as well. Olive Abscess is okay, not pretty cool. That seems more fair. La Muller works indeed as well. Fortuna Emery. Okay, I see what you're going with there. Tyke is in. Welcome in, Tyke. How are you doing? How's your weekend? Welcome in, Adam. Enjoy lurking. Lovely to see you, my dude. Same to you. How was your weekend? So going with the Basque names to challenge yourself a bit. That is one hell of a challenge for sure. So go Mez Alzuli? Mez Alzuli? I don't know who Mez Alzuli is, I'm afraid. Discuss with Hein. They've got to pay your release clause. He's already told us he's opting out, so we will accept him leaving. That's absolutely fine. but there weren't many options when we were scouting at the end of the season, so we'd like to keep hold of him if we could, potentially. I think you broke the chat with this game, Musterman. No, I'm loving it. This is brilliant. The more suggestions, the better. It's great. Because I get to then go back and use these in future games. As I said with the one that Johnny recommended earlier, Lukaku Lusevski. I just need to make sure I wait enough time that you've forgotten what's been said. So we've got for Gila and Lampard, Gil Lampard indeed. Portuientes, Mickey van der Venegor of Hesselink, Oyatha Balamin Yamal. Beautiful stuff. I'm good. Finally broke the curse of losing in the Austrian Cup. Might finally win it as well as the league. Fantastic, Tyke. That's the inflection point, the moment where you finally get over the hump and then dominate everything from there on. That's a Dimar Colaccini. Oh, I like that one. David Calderonaldo works nicely. Becca Hamilton-Allison. Who is Hamilton and Alson? Mbappinaldo. See what you're going for there. Oh, Lewis, what on earth are we going with there? Legusuelo Vermars. Beck Hamilton Allison. Who is Hamilton Allison? Or Milton Allison? You've lost me. To Ramses Becker. Yeah, okay. Danny Olmakoa. I like that one. Shilton Ali. I do like Shilton Ali. I got Plegazelo. It works. Zuba Mendijk. Oh, almost hung him in. That would have been so good if it worked. That would have been, Zuba Mendijk would have been incredible. Oh, right, so you're going for Beckham, Hamilton, Tonali, Allison. Oh my, look at that, all intertwined. Des Hamilton, former Newcastle and Bradford City midfielder. Almost certainly. I mean, there can't be any other Hamiltons. Right, I needed to grab that drink so I could hydrate. And also needed to mute as I opened the can. Right, this should be very, very dangerous words to say. This should be an easy win. So Sauter's injured. In comes Lada. Avir comes in for his full start, and we will put Mousehound. In fact, yeah, we'll go with Mousehound, Gimba in the middle. Rashidi gets a start. Our backup left back gets a start, and Bamba we need to get to fitness so he can play. Nürnberger, no one's bidding for him, or no one's bidding enough for him, so he can play. Forkel in. Pardon me. We'll swap round that way again. Oliver Cooper should be okay enough to feature. Bonch onto the bench. That's satisfying to say. Batter can be the backup striker, in fact. Vent onto the bench. Yeah, we'll go with something like that. So we're not... We've got a few players short on fitness. That's probably going to be a little bit risky. But we should be all right. So does the spelling need to match? It would, unfortunately. Because it is quite a contrived game, but if we're then trying to condense names that don't match on spelling, I think that becomes very, very difficult for people to guess. So Beckham, Bauer, Irwin, sadly won't be allowed, but it is amazing. Beckham, Bauer, Irwin is incredible. It's like with the Sean Dyke one as well. Like Zuba Mendijk would be incredible if only Dyke was spelt with an I rather than a Y. All right, let's tell everyone I believe in them, and let's see how we get on. We can't really celebrate if we win this one, though, unfortunately. So Asensio to Villa confirmed. Interesting. Again, a bit like the Rashford deal. It's kind of like a low risk move. Interested to see how it works out. I'm interested. We've signed obviously Malin, so we've got a lot of players that can kind of play that role. But letting Buendia go means that more bodies is going to be good. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. So Terreira, that works nicely. Zubamendi Canio, that does work. That works. That's good. That's good as Essa almost scores a great goal. Satiris Papagiannopoulos Osimhen, beautiful. Magassa from Monaco and Elias Saad becomes Magassard. That works. I like that. I do like that. So I have a Lewis Hamilton poster, so him. I'm sure there's a random Hamilton, e.g. the new HSV winger. Cross sports. What could go wrong? Ryleton, beautiful. Zubeldi Alessandrini, that's a mouthful. That is a mouthful. Right, Blashikovsky Vior. That, could you imagine people trying to... Well, obviously, Johnny, you're going to have no worries with that. But if we had that and making other people try to spell it, that would be cruel. Right, Essa knocks it on to Tawny or Porth. We haven't taken the lead yet. That's probably worrying. I don't know much about our opponents other than they're non-league. Essa finds Nürnberger. Here's Mbamba. Mbamba shoots from distance. Didn't we turn on work into box? We did the stuff on the other version of the formation, to be fair. That does explain a little bit. Right. Can we clear our lines? We can indeed. Now Nemeth has the ball. Chance to break. Man's breaking beyond him. Play the pass. He does. Here's Essa. Essa inside to Mbamba. Mbamba, look at Forkel was there. Oh, Mbamba. Can we do anything from the... No, we can't do anything from the corner. Or can we? Here's Essa. Essa goes down. No penalty. Never a penalty. And that goes. So Hendersonelli? Sonelli? I haven't got that one, I'm afraid. Nemeth, that's a penalty. He didn't get the ball at all. I mean, you can't really tell whether he got the player, to be fair. Here's Nemeth with the header, somehow gets it back across the direction it came, but heads over. We're going really, really obscure now. We've got some Muno Zubimendi. We've got some Hamilton Ricardinho coming on in there. Mbamba Latelli. Sirigula. Beautiful. I like Sirigula. That is good. Sirigula. Definitely like that one. DM Base is trying to think of a Paolo one-shot one. He needs some love. Surely someone's going to come in. We've got a one-shot Pele. That would do. Mullerma. I was going to do one with... in fact, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do Muller or Curler, but with Lerma. That was going to be one of the ones for today. Mustermanish. Almost. Balotelizak. Yeah, okay. Holifab's getting a migraine. Probably having to read all these. I get you. Mustermancini. We're having to drop the second N for Musterman. That's the problem with Musterman. I evidently need to rebrand. Can we get a goal before half-time, please? Evidently not. Essesignon, I like that. Essesignon is quite fun. Bekerkej, beautiful. Wagner Love Veerman, that works. Essa, no, nothing happening. Rashidi, can we get across? Essa, come on, you've got the angle here. Thank God for that. Boom.
Darmstadt, scoring like no tomorrow. Darmstadt, the goals are here.
Mustermann's work works. Mustermann's work works. Perfect. Wissala, I quite like that too. Shicky, that's lovely. Oh, because you don't see it with the Schick, you don't think of Hick as its own thing. That's a lovely one. That is lovely. Pau and Paulinho does it work. I think that would be a little too unfair. Thank you for the hydrate, Chencho player. Essa looking to double the lead. Shoots over. Rashidinha, nice. Balakov and Kovac. Balakovac, that works. Avia Porte. Paolo Wanchapenda, of course. Beautiful. Kloivertongen, indeed, yep. Heulenberg. There you've got a Scandinavian striker that's rubbish. And the Scandinavian striker he aspires to be, because everyone wants to be Arvid Lundberg. Right, I prefer Nemeth as a poacher. Do we ask this player to be more aggressive and actually use him as a playmaker? See how that goes in the second half. See if we can get more bodies forwards and actually impact, because there's too many shots from outside the box for my liking in the first 3 games. Wansha Pepe, Maradona Labar, Reiser Gerson. Beautiful stuff. Dawn Wardy, welcome in. Lovely to see you. You did a Darmstadt save on FM23. Marvellous stuff. Avia, also a good save from Ver. So how did you get on? You went to like 2034. Marvellous. So this is our first full season with Darmstadt. We spent 4 years in... it's a penalty. We spent 4 years in Finland with IFK Mariehamn. And then halfway through season 5, Darmstadt offered us a job. We took them out of the relegation zone, and Avia wins the penalty. Avia misses the penalty. So we've had our first pre-season. Plan is to try and get them out of the Zweite Bundesliga and hopefully see where we go from there. Bogar Desai, that's nice. That's nice. Wickham, also a film title. That works. That's beautiful. I would like to suggest that if they'd cast Didier Hamann rather than Nicolas Cage in the remake, it would have been a better film as well. Slimanish. So Sean never won the league, but won a Europa League and the DFB-Pokal. Marvellous. Wickerman's a killer Iron Maiden track too. Beautiful. Wright and Chimus. Beautiful. Edwin van der Sar. Sar and Sar. I see what you've done there. Celtic has Fu Halanshi in their team. Yeah, doesn't quite go, unfortunately, Hungdamin. I think we've Gim Berbatov, that will do. Veronaldinho, De Bursma. Some good suggestions coming in. There are going to be so many. I think this game is going to be going on for a very, very long time. Bellingham sick. Nice. Bill's in. Welcome in, Bill Houdini. How are you doing, sir? How's your weekend? Right, here's Forkel. Come on, let's get some goals. Crosses. Essa, can he get it back in? He can to Nürnberger. And that shot is awful. Right, on the hour mark. Rashidi's got a yellow card. On comes Guy. We are going to bring on further... No, Bonch is coming on. The young Bonch is coming on for Nürnberger. Essa's going to be replaced by Cooper. Do we just stick with what we've got? Guy could invert. Let's see what happens. And we do something a little bit more like this. Let's pop him back to inverted wing back. Sorry. Take off, stay wider. Get him to invert on defend, him to stay on support, him to push beyond Forkle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got our 2. Let's just try these guys wide centre backs. See if that tends to make them a little bit more willing to step up. So hopefully we can get something from there. Lancashire. Oh yes. Lineker, Slake. These are good. These are all very, very good. So Ladislav Almasi is going to is mixing clubs with players. So you've got Al Hilmassi even. I do apologise. Croy Fernandinho, Finemar. There we go. Zirk-Zeefwick. I like that one. I like that. So Bill Houdini's not restful enough. Maybe you're getting old. That's a shame. A calm, relaxing, easy evening is clearly what's in order. Cantonali. Nice. Crodmo's going for a portmanteau of Dixie Dean and Brian Dean, which would just be Dean. I mean, technically, yes. You can't go wrong with that. Luca Toni. Oh, how have we only scored 1 goal? Demand more. Luca Toni Cruz. So left centre back on a 6.2 generational stinker from Avia. So Houdini, he missed the penalty. So Avia won a penalty and then missed it. So yeah, I would say that would probably have been around a 6.8. There we go. There we go.
The team will love the goals we drop to be part of the wave. Darmstadt winning under Mikel Aritalo.
Finally got a second goal. Yes, I'd probably say that it would be on like a 6.8 if it wasn't for the penalty miss. Sadly. So Koku Corella, nice. There's the third. It's Benedict Gimba, that man, the captain.
Darmstadt scoring to that Aritalo beat. Darmstadt scoring to that Aritalo beat. Darmstadt scoring to that Aritalo beat. Darmstadt scoring to that Aritalo beat.
Right, Nemeth takes aim. So what were the changes we made? Let's just save this for a moment. Diary stat right adjust so that after the game we can kind of look to keep hold of those changes potentially as we go forwards. So Lewis popped in, said some names, now going. Have a good stream. Thank you very much for dropping by, Lewis. Much appreciated. Del Piero Naldo. What a player that would be. Absolutely. Absolutely. Havercholis. That's nice. That's nice. That is nice. 5.6.3 XG we're up to. We've only got 3 goals. I think we can see what our problem is. I mean, I say that. That was what we were trying to address over the summer, really, wasn't it? What we saw when we played last season was that we conceded more than we should have done, and we scored less than we should have done. So it's good to know that we are consistent. As in said that, Avia assisted, you got to love it. Like he's. I need you here. I need you here, Houdini. Like you just slag off Avia every possible moment so that he can. It's like Quan. Quan would bribe off the refs to help us get out the relegation zone with Mariaham. It's what we need. Is this a league match? No, it's a DFB-Pokal first round Ladislav Almasi fan. That's why I'm so disappointed we're only 3-0 up against a non-league side. Like that is shocking. 32 shots, 33% on target isn't awful. But to have only scored 3 goals from 6.84 XG is crazy bad. Crazy bad. So our next game is going to be away against Sandhausen. that feels like a game we should be able to win. Let me remember to pop the music back on. So where was... Let's pop that in as a third. So we've got that now stored. We can use that, see how things go potentially. And I'm quite happy with a wrong-footed winger on the right. So I'll be fine with Essa playing as a winger. Garrido in a more attacking capacity could be questionable, but I think that we can have someone like Mbamba breaking forwards as the attacking volante. So hopefully that will be all right. Right, so Levet Zidane, that's nice. Oh no, Ladislav, our massive fan's gone for another crazy compound name there. Let's see, we've got Havertz, Alessandro, Sandrog Berminter. That's a mouthful. That is a mouthful. Lampardew, that's much easier to say. Leandro and Ezequiel Avila equals Leandro Avila. One for the Flamengo fans there. Are there any Flamengo fans in? Are there any? Come on, Flamengo fans, let us be heard. Yes, we got the. So difficult. Giroud Van Nistelrooy. Yeah, sadly that O unfortunately denies you or lets you down, doesn't it? Sadly. Houdini will be my Jason Tyndall. Thank you. It's what I need. Abde Zalzulingard. Zalzuli. I don't know who Zalzuli is. Your knowledge of players hung to min is far too wide for me. Far too wide for me. Borough versus Sunderland calls on free to air. It's on ITV4. Interesting. Well, good luck with the game. That should be a tasty fixture. Johan Kabai, random combo. I prefer having high XG and not scoring than sweaty 1-0s with XG over performance. The first scenario can be solved with one striker. The second one is just asking for trouble. Very fair. So only me, I think. What is only you, Crudmo? What is only... Oh, the Flamengo fan. Fair. We've got a Palmeiras fan in. Ladislav Almasi supports everyone. Not just a Palmeiras fan, but an Esteval fan specifically. I think this is making my head hurt, not gonna lie. Try reading them out loud. Isn't Ingel a Vietnamese player? So T. Tillman, that works nicely. That's nice. Vermelino, as in Vermeulen and Leno. That will do nicely. Read for us, monkey boy. Read I will. That is what I'm here for. So, the Welsh Smithy. Would that goalkeeper you just faced have a high rating because of the XG prevented? Or is that just different stats? He will have he'll have a high rating because he made 8 saves. It'll be the saves that I think that lead to his high rating rather than the XG prevented. But he will have a high XG prevented because he did prevent 3.3 XG in that game. So it's the saves that will actually boost the match rating in game, but there will be correlation. Right, okay. So we've got a break coming up. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm going to head away. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to probably grab a lot of water as well because the voice is starting to croak just a little. And I will see you guys in about 3 minutes. See you then. Right, welcome back. Welcome back. I have to say, I'm a massive fan of Gurin Shamak. Gurin Shamak is amazing, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce this one. Kasapapapasthathopoulos. 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 Incredible. Incredible. That is one that needs to be written, not spoken. My word. Right, we're going to play a little round of top 10, or tenable, as you might know it otherwise. The rules here are pretty straightforward. In a few moments, I'm going to reveal the criteria. You need to identify the top 10 players that meet that criteria. This is a game, just write it into chat. If you get it correct, it will be revealed. That means you do need to spell their name correctly. However, it's not case sensitive. You can do all caps, you can do all lowercase, do a mixture. If they have an accent in the name, like a little grave E, if you include it, that's fine. If you don't include it, it will still pick it up. So we should be all good there. Unfortunately, yes, there is no merging of names here. You'll need to spell them correctly now without merging them with another player's name. It is a shame, isn't it? But then we can go back to giving me more suggestions for the names. I'm quite impressed that it's gone on this long. It's brilliant. So what are we looking for today? We are looking for thematically. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. Thematically, the most expensive deadline day transfers. This is in euros because that is the value that was used over on transfermarket.com. And so we are looking for the top 10 most expensive transfer day deadline transfers. So do we have a Fellaini or an Antony or a Tevez? We don't, but the Welsh Smithy gets the first one on the board. He is right with Luis Suarez, 26.5 million euros. Was there an Enzo Fernandez? It wasn't a transfer deadline day one. Neither was Ferdinand. H-Tank comes in with Suarez as well. Ozil and Bale have been guessed. Neither of them on the list, unfortunately. The next ones that are correct that we got, though, was Torres and Carroll. Carroll was got by Crudmo. Mr. Grizzly P picks up on Torres. Who got Aubameyang? That's another one from Mr. Grizzly P as well. Beautiful stuff there. Ladislav, our massive fan, is completely and utterly adamant that Enzo Fernandez was officially done on deadline day. It wasn't, apparently. It wasn't. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was the top at 63 million euros. We've got some more correct answers coming through, though. Mr. Grizzly P picking up once again on Willian, who got Schürrle. We've got Coritiba picked up on Schürrle, picked up on Lucas Moura as well. DM Bassist comes in with a little bit of Quadrado. Who was it who picked on David Luiz? Alfabi gets David Luiz. The final one. Can we get the very final one? And we do. It's Holifab. Holifab comes in with Gianni Imbula. There we go. Gianni Imbula to Stoke City for 24.25 million euros. Ladislav, our massive fan. I don't make the rules. I use transfermarket.com. If it's not on there, sadly, you've been robbed. Don't worry, you can complain to PGMOL. They'll ignore it, unfortunately. They have no jurisdiction here. Codmo, outstandingly obscure knowledge. The Imbula one is beautiful. I mean, it was such a crazy transfer as well. Like, not just because it failed, but because at the time people thought it was going to fail. No one understood why Janelli Imbula, of all people, was going to Stoke, let alone for that much money. Crazy amounts of money. Some fantastic work there, guys. Absolutely incredible. Will someone add to it, though, today? I mean, do we have any big transfers that might be completed before the deadline in like 2-3 hours time? Suppose we'll find out. RJ is saluting for the voice. Yeah, we know what's happening. It's all good. I've got my notepad my post-it notes ready. If we need to go full mime, it's possibly going to happen. Right, we've got an away game against Sandhausen. This is the team. do we start? All right, Vata will be used as a striker off the bench is my plans here. And Bamba as the attacking volante. Guido comes in to the base of that midfield, playing as more of a deep-lying playmaker. Guy will now invert. Essa will provide the width. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Oh, pardon me. Wait, so Cronmo, can we go back to the other game now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Was all in England, says Red Up. Everyone apart from Willian. Willian's move was from Shakhtar in Ukraine to Anshi in Russia. Right, Ladislav Armasi's got to go watch the game. No worries. Have a lovely evening, my dude. Have a lovely evening. Root is in. Welcome in, Root. How are you doing, sir? I hope you are well. Nico Gonzalez to see. Is it 60 million euros, are they saying? I mean, that seems like a pretty fair price, to be fair. Pretty fair. The medical car's ready to riot as well over Enzo Fernandez, getting the placards out ready. You've always got to have those placards on standby. Always on standby. And Muster Mime says Night of Knee. Muster Mime looks like it's not too far away now, that's for sure. It's weird. Like we've gone like a good like month, 6 weeks without the voice causing any problems on streams. In the last week or so, it's just it's not been quite so perfect, but there we go. Yep, so Holofab says Nico Gonzalez as well. Andres Nemeth with the goal. Is that offside though? He's saying Esses might be offside. Oh, it's disallowed. It's disallowed. I don't know how I feel about that. Heinz cross here. Essa. Oh, bugger off. You've got to be kidding me. He wasn't obscuring the goalkeeper's vision. Did it come off him a little bit, maybe? I don't know. Oh, that seems questionable. Because surely if it came off him, they would have given the goal to Essa, right? Shocking. Corruption at the highest order. Welcome in, Traction. Lovely to see you, my dude. I'm good. How are you? Godmo, do you mind giving Traction a shout out if you could be so kind? That'd be marvellous. How was your stream? It was yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? I think I saw your notification on the Discord after it ended. Typically. So how British? Oh, bugger off. Oh, I mean, it's got to be the only way we can do. So like Nico, good player, liked his dad too. That's fair. That's for Fernand Destiny Udogi. I see what we're going with there. Go with Fernandez Destiny. Nice choice. All right, can we ramp it up now? Let's fire up the boys. 25 minutes in. We need to be pushing forwards a little bit more. It's just been one shot apiece from either team so far. They've had three final third passes now. We shouted at them and actually we've lost a little bit of control as a result. Here's Nemeth, plays it through. Essa. Oh, Essa. Shocking miss. It looks like we might need to bring in some more players in those areas to finish off those chances. We've missed a lot of big chances already this season, which is quite crazy. We're not going to win if we play like that. We're not going to win. Let's pop you onto a support duty. You're told to get forward, but let's tell you to take fewer risks. So I want you more to be just someone who gets into the box and then shoots. Yeah, we go with that and see. It's just a slight tweak going into the second half. So for anyone young in the chat, Nico Gonzalez's dad was Fran, a Deportivo player indeed, attacking midfielder, winger, quality player. Right, what happens in the second half? Early on from the kickoff, is this going to be a highlight? No, it's not. Just a little tease. JJ Akot Shambost. Oh, poor old Dylan Shambost, eh? Ambra Sinistera. That's nice. That works nice. Nestam. Beautiful. Traction's not too bad. Streamed on Saturday, my man, and had a very quiet Sunday given the United result. Appreciate the shout. I mean, it wasn't the greatest result. It wasn't the greatest result at all, was it? And it looks like, is there going to be any movement? Are you going to bring in some reinforcements before the deadline? It's not looking good, does it? Septier, Neymar, that's beautiful. Right, here comes Mihaila. Plays it back to Carlson. Pfeffer. Seeds. Ojoski's in space. Ojoski. It's a good save from Sauter. Right, okay, we might need to make a couple more tweaks as well. It looks like Sandhausen have very much got the grip between their teeth in the second half. Here's Maciejewski. Sends the crossing. Can Pfeffer get there? No, it's headed clear, and Bamba chasing down Geschwil. Geschwil plays it inside to Mihaila. Here's Baumer now on the ball. Finds Poller. Poller back to Adugu. All the way back. That's surely going to be the end of the highlight, is it? Are we going to keep on going? Something's going to come from this. Oh, they're teasing us now. They're just teasing us. Right, so let's try you as more of a link player. Let's try those changes there. X's missed chance means that Rocco Vaca is coming on. Gonna drop the tempo but be more expressive. See if we can get those chances coming a little bit more frequently, a little bit more willingly. Doesn't look good though. It doesn't look good. Right, Pfeffer knocks it down. Baumer should have scored that. We missed a big chance, but that's a big chance now for Sandhausen. Right, Avia finds Alex. Alex out wide to Hein. Hein's running on his own because Forkel's just not doing anything. Forkel, what are you playing at, Forkel? Just standing still, like you don't want to be here. Right, back to Adugu, and that's, you know, if we concede now, it is all Forkel's chance. He was literally doing Forkel. Jakobsen on the ball, out to Ajoski. Here's Alex intercepts. Right, there is a pole in behind, and here is Forkel now. Unleash Forkel. Oh, of course he does that. Oh, come on. Come on. That was timed perfectly. Yes, thank you.
Stand, scoring like no tomorrow. Stand, the goals are here.
Here's a lovely finish from Forkel, because I was giving him shit. Like I was saying that we were never going to save a penalty. Okay, that was much tighter than I thought it was. That was much, much tighter than I thought it was. A lovely ball over the top by Alex. And we now have a lead that I feel like, on balance, maybe we don't necessarily... Actually, we've had 2 big chances. They've had 1 big chance. So perhaps that is kind of fair in the grand scheme of things. Right, next change. We're bringing off Nemeth. On comes Cooper. Vatta will go up front where he's going to try playing as an advanced forward. And Bamba is looking tired, so he's coming off. On comes our youngster, Benjamin Bosch. And Guido is looking tired, but we're going to see if we can just keep hold of him for a little while longer out there, because he's probably our best choice as a playmaking type of midfielder. Tubeck finds Hein, plays it down the line. Forkel, again, he's got the goal. He's got the goal, but Forkel just seems not quite with it. Just not quite got the grit and the determination. That's okay, because we've turned the ball over, and here now Forkel on the ball. Could he actually do something? Tubeck out to Avia. Avia, got to look out wide. Look at Hein, he's in space. Well done. Now Hein takes a while to work out what he's doing, and the opportunity to cross is gone. But that's okay, because here's Avila. Avia takes a shot from distance. It's blocked. Otto, keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Bookman out. Here's... Oh, Cooper, what the fuck was that? What on earth was that? Shocking. Shocking. Houdini says, I know I came to this strong not that long ago, but have you been asked about the Arsenal-Man City game? And if so, what was your take on it? I haven't been asked about it. I think, generally speaking, it's a crazy game. A crazy result. You don't expect... there we go. There. Oh, you're not... if this is another goal disallowed for line of view, that this ref. Now this one might be all okay. This time it's fine. He is completely in the way of the keeper. That's reasonable. Yeah, a crazy result. Absolutely no doubt about that. Man City should have been ahead when they equalised. Man City should have probably been ahead. They missed some big chances, but once they equalised and Arsenal scored straight away, you saw that energy sap out, and it's just good counter-attacking football thereafter. I mean, well, some good counter-attacking football. The Ranieri goal, which was all just about playing with the fact that you didn't need to rush. You know, that you had the lead, so they just kept the ball in between them, and then switched the play when the opportunity was there. Some very good play from Arsenal in the closing stages of the game to make the scoreline perhaps a little bit flattering, but they definitely deserve to win overall. Right, Nürnberger's going to come on, and our last change is probably going to be a defender. It's going to be Mousehound coming on at right wing back, just to see out the game, because also Guy is a little bit tired there. Let's see how we go with that. So Klaas Jan Basten, Klaas. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure I'm working that one out, I'm afraid. Hupi Aratalo, that works. That's nice. Vinny Samwayu, I like that. Wayne Rooney Mar, that works beautifully. As Johnny Trotter hates all football teams equally, that's fair. Watkins Seller, there aren't enough people thinking about the wonderful Kinsella. We had him at Villa for a couple of seasons. I can't remember him doing anything positive, bless him. Arsenal should have scored at least 9, but Havertz has so little confidence, it's silly currently. So, I mean, like Man City should have probably scored about 4 or 5 as well. It's weird that the moment that they actually finally scored a goal, they just threw it away. Right, here's Cooper. He's got some space. Can he learn to cross? No one wants to cross. Mousehound across to Nürnberger. Bonch takes a shot and that's over. We've just got a few minutes to hold on now. Few moments to tempo down, mentality down, time wasting up. Let's not be expressive as well. We are looking to hold on for dear life against Sandhausen. You can tell when a stream has already given you a little bit of a battering just 4 games in, when you're not confident that you can see out a 1-0 lead. So Klaas Jan Huntelaar Aratalo. So I'm going back to that. Klaas Jan Basten. It doesn't. All right, Jan. You're merging across Jan. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sadly, it doesn't quite work. I'm being mean. I should improv and just say yes to everything. Vata in behind. Gabriel Albang Le Hoddle and Agbon Le Hoddle. If only there was an R in Hoddle. That would have been nice. Divic Originola, Ginola, Origi. That's nice. It was between Hoddle and Herlock. That would, if only. So close. Oh wait, no, your one was Huntelaar Aratalo. That works. Well, Huntelaar, almost. I'm being such a stickler, eh? Stickler. I do apologise. Manolas Stathopoulos. Yeah, and again, not quite. So it needs to be the last letters of the name need to be the first letters of the next player's surname. We gotta win. And that means
Darmstadt addicted to the shindig. Darmstadt, you know we're gonna win big. Darmstadt, a love of innovation. Darmstadt scores to start the celebration. The team will love the goals we drop to be part of the wave. Darmstadt winning under Mikel Aratalo.
You are right, Dan Basis. They are double R's. You can call shenanigans because you are right. It does work. Agbon Lahorlock works as well. That will do nicely. Forkel and Kellyman. There we go. That works for Kellyman. we've got our first win of the season. Well, our first league win of the season, and it was created by that man there, Alex Garrido, with a beautiful ball over the top. Our next game is home against Karlsruhe. Give these guys a little bit of a rest, and I will hydrate. By the way, DMP 2001, welcome on in. Thank you very much for the follow. Who do you support? Who are you playing with FM right now? Lovely to hear from you. No obligation whatsoever to talk, though, if you don't want to. I say that because it feels like there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to be in a position soon where I can't talk. So there we go. They want our coach. Fine. We don't know if the coaches are any good anyway, so that doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I think, like, as we moved into that second half, we did start to create some chances, which is a little bit better, but we also, at the beginning of that second half, were a little bit shit. So we're still trying to find the right touch. I think we're on kind of the right track. It's just a case of a couple of tweaks here and there to maybe make the next step. Yeah, so our goal scoring form is a little worrying, that is for sure. We do seem to be good for letting up a big chance each game. But generally speaking, I feel like we've been the better team pretty much every
It's not
every
the
game, so,
statistics! It's not the statistics! You tell me! How do you measure somebody that could balance a balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle?
Oh dear, bassist, gifting a 1 month subscription to Mika Aratalo 10. Now, Mika Aratalo 10, if you're wondering why you've just been gifted a subscription to this channel, welcome in, because here you are. Here you are, Mika Aratalo. I'm assuming you're the 10th. This was the 10th Mika Aratalo as the football player. You are currently manager of SV Darmstadt. I hope we're doing you proud. Bless you. Bless you, DM bassist. Oh, we're out of the DFB-Pokal. That's a bugger. That one was nice whilst it lasted, eh? Avatar Alonso. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Droll Blooder, welcome in, my dude. Hope you're doing well. All hail Mika. Indeed. All hail Mika Aratalo. iGormley. iGormley. What is iGormley? I don't understand iGormley, I'm afraid. It's not the wind tunnel. Me. I'm not Crudmo. Me. So think of the gate receipts if nothing else. Donnarumma Maldini. Oh, that works nicely. Herving Aratalizano. Aratalizano. Good mention of Herving Lozano as well. Not many people's top player to think of. Beautiful done. Beautifully done. So, Tristan Top Rasmussen, an average game. Lovely to get a report on him for that. So, Igor and Gormley. There we go. Who's Gormley? Who's Gormley? Who is Gormley? Did I know who Gormley is? I feel like I do know who Gormley is, and I'm being very stupid. That's why I keep on repeating it, just to be clear. Can I think of a player called Gormley? I don't think I know a Gormley. Igor and Goretzka certainly works. Igor and Andy Gorham would work too. Gonzalo Higuaita. Almost the Welsh Smithy. Almost, so close. Right, do we want to make any changes from the team that started the last game? I have faith that Essa is going to bounce back from his awful miss. Orkel, such a tricky situation there. Sims is still 3 weeks away from returning. Rashidi, though, can make the bench. I think we're happy to go with that. We will put you on support. We will drop the tempo down and go back to be more expressive instead. And let's just drop down to... let's drop down to balanced. See how things go from here. Hopefully we'll... Karlsruhe, they're a good team. They're a good side. I say they're a good side. They were promoted 2 seasons ago. They stayed up last season. So let's see how we get on. Go on, back-to-back wins would be nice. Back-to-back wins would be very nice. So Joe Gormley, there we go. I'll eventually get one, says Welsh Smithy. So you're close. It's the last letters of the first surname need to be the same as the first letters of the next surname. So Valderrama Maradona is amazing. Valderrama ends M-A, Maradona starts M-A. Beautiful stuff. As Mbemba forces a decent enough save from the keeper. Can we do anything from the corner? I was meant to take over corners. That will be what we need to do after this game finishes. We need to set up our corner routines. That's fair. So I literally just typed Gore into the FM search. That will do it. That will do it. Sami Aljaberahino. Aljaber and Aidu Berahino. Beautiful. Kundeshomps. That's nice. That's nice indeed. Welcome in, Connor. Lovely to see you, my dude. Essa finds Guy. Guy tries to find space, sends in the cross to Mbamba. Mbamba from the edge of the area. Weiss turns it round the post. Weiss was a goalkeeper we did have an eye on over the summer. He would have cost about €2.5 million, which kind of put me off when I could get someone in for free. But is he going to make us regret that decision? It seems so early on. It was a good save. Here's Essa now. Can he get it onto his left foot? He can. Feeds Bookman. Bookman's first touch is great. Cross is cut out by Bournemouth. Traber gets it clear. But we managed to get the ball back and not do anything with it from there. That's fine. So Zinedine Zidanelka. Zidane Anelka. Oh, that is beautiful, RJ. Right, here's Mbamba. Mbamba crosses to Alex Garrido. Oh, what a save from Weiss. Oh, he is going to make us regret not signing him. What a save from Weiss. In fact, I want to watch that again. What angle will do it? Surely a vertical scrolling here has got to be. It's got to be the way. A little bit of pace down. It probably won't be as good a save as it looked like, but here we go. Yeah, it was a much easier save than I thought it was, but still, it was a good save. A good save is enough to warrant that, right? Here comes the corner, headed away. Right, is anyone else playing FM currently? But for some reason, I seem to have a stadium in Brighton called the David Beckham Stadium. It's not assigned to any team, so I'm confused. Maybe, he's a very rich man. Maybe he just decided to build a stadium in his name. Right, Hein is now injured. That's a bit of a bugger. On comes Nürnberger. He can cover out there. Looks like his Darmstadt career might be lasting a little while longer if Hein is out for a long time. Alex out to Essa. Essa back to Guy. Essa once again. He's going to try and take them all on himself. He has got past his man. He sends the cross in. Borkel with the header. Weiss with the save. Weiss is in to foil us at every opportunity. The FM does that sometimes to create extra stadiums for big international tournaments. It just creates new stadiums with no teams. Something you learn. Interesting. DM Bassist has a David Beckham arena as well. David Beckham Stadium. Crazy. Likewise, Largy24 comes in with Ezekiel Levet Zidane. That works nice. That is nice. It's another game. It's another game where we can't finish off our chances. But this time round, it seems to be like this has been the goalkeeper making good saves rather than us. Oh, Bookman hits the post. I was going to say rather than us being wasteful. Bookman has been a little bit wasteful there. I'd say that's 3 probably very big chances we've missed. Depends what the XG doesn't see them as being that big. 1, 2. But I'd say that if you hit the post from 4 yards out with a header, you probably should have got it on target. So the end basis is actually David Beckham Park. Fair enough. Synergy says, I've never seen it before. My board have decided to rent it while they upgrade your 5,000 seater stadium to a 7,500. The Beckham Stadium is 40,000 seater. That should be enough. That should be enough seats. Right, I don't like what I've seen because we aren't scoring. Vata is coming on. So Forkel, I know Forkel scored. He's got a couple of goals for us already. But he's, he was annoying me in the last game. He's not really done much in this game so far. So let's give Vata his chance. All right, Green with the free kick. Bournemouth, Burnage. Oh, you can. That best be offside. That best be offside. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Green's free kick. Bournemouth wins the header. It's tight. It's very, very, very tight. But he was just off. Right, it's another second half where we've started quite flat from the looks of things. Kobold into Serdar. Oh, but Nemeth wins it. Here's a chance for us to counter-attack. Vata into Mbamba. Mbamba's got through. Mbamba. It's saved by Vice again. Oh, I hate Vice. Vice is a bastard. What a bastard. Right, Crodmo out. Monday is football and MILF night. See you all Friday. Have a lovely evening, Crodmo. Hope it goes well. So we've got some more suggestions. Arde's gone for Casemiro Binho. That's nice. Mbambamba. Oh, Mbambamba is sensational, Holifab. That is sensational. Mike van der Hooydonk. There we go. Thank God you corrected that afterwards with Hooydonk. I was going to say Hooydonk almost. But I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Noah Mbamba knows what you means. There's a goal. There's a goal.
Stand, scoring like no tomorrow. Dumb, stand, the goals are here.
Oh, there's the voice. There's the voice going. Nurnberger sends the cross in and Mbamba gets into the box. A firm header. Vice can do nothing. Nothing about that. La 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 Mbamba. Absolutely should be a song. Absolutely 100%. Right, Alex with the corner. He's going to send it in to the middle. We don't get there first. Avia gets to the next one. Is that all good? Is that all good? I can't see any complaints.
That's going. Avatalo's glowing. Nick has got us going.
Gaston Avia gets to the second ball, heads it past the keeper. That's 2 goals in barely any time whatsoever. Fabulous stuff. Right, Nuremberg back to Avia. Can we make it 3? Can we make it a good start to the second half? Right, so Olifab's getting high on meds now, so it's time to sleep. That is fair enough. That is fair enough. I hope they do the trick and have a lovely, lovely sleep, my dude. Thank you so much for being along. Right, so Nürnberger feeds Vata. Vata tries to get the cross in. Nürnberger shot blocked. That's another corner. Ricky van Wolfswinkelher. Oh, there we go. Wolfswinkelher is beautiful. Bookman with his header at the far post, and that's over. Avia to the sound of Smooth by Santana. Which part of Smooth? So near to one. There's not the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that it makes us. Oh, right. Have it. Yes. Okay. I mean, also, didn't Santana do a cover of Maria Maria on that same album? Thingy, what's it of a West Side Story? Or is that? Did he even release that as a single? That's a fair point. Maria is a different song. I've had. There we go. I'm sure there is a little bit that has in like the middle 8 has something weird. Have you ever heard the isolated vocals of Rob Thomas? It is so horrible. From Smooth, genuinely the most horrendous thing I think I've ever heard. It's a great song. A good proper like summer pop rock song. But when you isolate those vocals, it is painful to hear. Right, we should probably make some changes. And those changes are going to be Nemeth coming off. No, we don't really have anyone to bring on for Nemeth. Or do we? Yes, we do. Here we go. Vata will come on as the advance forward. Pardon me. We will also look to bring off Mbamba just because he's tiring. He's played really, really well. And if Mbamba is coming off, that means it's going to be Bonch coming on for the last 20 minutes or so. Right. Is that Julian Green? Is that the player we were looking at? Julian Green was one of the players we were looking at over the summer as well. 32-year-old American. He had some really, really high wage demands in the end. It's like wanting something. Oh, Pereira, that's got to be now for Tran. Tran has hit the post twice in a matter of seconds. Right, we need to focus, lads. Focus. Essay across all the way to Alex. Nürnberger wants nothing to do with the ball there. Nothing to do with it. Just make Alex run a little bit further. But he gets it now. Now he's got to send that cross in, surely. He does. Gets it to the far post where S's header is gathered by Weiss. Arda Gularegion. There, nice. Very nice. Right, Guido on the edge of the box. Plays it all the way back to Oliver Cooper. Oliver Cooper plays it to Nürnberg. Play it back. Oh, you missed the opportunity to play the pass. And then you dwindle on the ball. But Avia is here. Avia feeds Essa. Essa's snapshot. Unfortunately over. Kediriola. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. Last change, I think. Is it just one sub we've got left? It is indeed. And it's going to be Essa coming off. No, we don't have any more attacking players. Let's bring off Avia. Avia's going to come off. Gimba's going to come on. He's the most tired of the defenders there. And we are going to time waste. And we're going to stop being more expressive. And there we go. Last 8 minutes or so. So hopefully things are going well. So Live to Prof is in. Welcome in again, Live to Prof. Lovely to see you, my dude. Loving the Skin House Planet. Very people. You're having trouble hiring and analysing games and defining who is the best player for the team and how to adjust. A hug. Live to Prof, I recommend watching my videos on YouTube. There's a lot of them. The Moneyball Clinic is all where we go through and we analyse the players. We see what they do. We talk about what we want with them tactically, how that fits in and what that might mean that we end up looking at. So that's probably your best route. Kind of will help that break it down step by step, player by player, just one thing at a time. Adam says, isn't Julian Green ex-Villa? No, that was Andre Green, who we were also looking at, who's at Slovan Bratislava. I once we got the scout report on Andre Green, just not quite doing enough. The ex-Villa connection wasn't enough for me to take the plunge on him. Here's Cooper. It's a lovely touch. He tries playing through Bonch. It's a great interception. Lighton comes away with the ball now. Here's Triber. Plays it through the line. Marino is in. Marino. It's a great save from Sauter. What a save from Sauter. Once again, we're going to ask the players to focus. We're into injury time. Just 4 minutes remain. That's fair. It is. I mean, good memory that we were looking at Green, though. Good memory, Adam. Here is Green. Plays it out to Gorlick. Kobold dallies on the ball. The chance gets smothered out. Has to go wide. The cross is cut out. And here's Sauter now. I think we can be pretty happy with this. We've underperformed our XG. 2.89 XG generated. Just the 2 goals. Here comes Karlsruhe's corner. Headed away. We've got just 28 seconds left. And here's Cooper on the counter-attack. It's him. We've got 1 player up. We've got 2 players up. But we're not playing with much urgency. That's fine. We are 2-0 up. Guy, now, moment has passed. And we go all the way back to Tubek. Alex, into Guy, Bookman. That's surely time up. It is indeed. And that means that we have won back-to-back league games.
Darmstadt's going, Aratalo's glowing, Nick has got us going Darmstadt's going, Aratalo's glowing, watching all the players taking you to places that we never been before lately now. Darmstadt scoring to that Aratalo beat. Darmstadt scoring to that Aratalo beat.
Oh, that's more like it. Yeah, got to be happy with that performance. Even if we underscored our XG there. what does that do now? That pushes us up to 4th. We have played one game more than everyone else around us, but not a single team have won all their games after 3 matches, which is crazy. Right, Heinz out for 3 to 4 weeks. Nürnberger did well enough that he can come off the transfer list, which means that if you want him, you need to pay big money. You missed your opportunity. And now, do I need to change his agreed playing time? No, we never got a good enough bid for him, so I never moved him down to surplus to requirements. So that's okay there. Let's get these guys rested. And then our next game is against Hansa Rostock. But what I want us to do is take a look at set pieces. We'll start off with hybrid, no posts, balanced. Say central for the time being. We're gonna take over all this anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I am though going to start with the attacking corners. Final attempt. No need for a final attempt. Julian Alvarez Zambrotta. That does work indeed. You don't need that second Z. You don't need the second Z, but yep, so Alvarez Zambrotta would connect on the last letter of Alvarez's name, Alvarez, and the first letter of Zambrotta's name, Z. Perfect. Eric Jemba Mbemba. That is satisfying to say, must be said. Like Giuseppe Bergomihailovic. Yeah, I'm trying to work out whether you'd stress the Bergomi more than you would like the M from the. Which one do you stress? It works. It's very good. Nathan Delphoni Stupinan. Again, so if only. I love it. Great call. Who thinks about Nathan Delfonso nowadays? Bless him. I really had high hopes for him as well. The Welsh Smith is retiring now. Go out with a bang. That's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. Right, so we've got 3 centre backs on the pitch. That means that we have some decent aerial strength. We also have a in Nemeth's like 6'2". Ellis Sims is 6 foot. We saw Mbemba score from a header as well. So that's kind of something for us to work from as well. We've got probably quite a few aerial threats here. So how tall is Mbemba? Mbemba's 6'2". We've got Tebek 6'4". Anderson Nemeth 6'2", as I said. Gimba 6'2". Avia's only 6 foot. Yeah, indeed. Froeder, when he plays, 6'4". Ellis Sims is 6 foot. Tarek Buchman is 6'2". So we've got a lot of players that can be targets. How tall's Rashidi? Rashidi's just 5'10". He's not very good at heading, but he is good at jumping. Maushund, 6'2". Anton Guy, 6 foot. Brian Hines, 6 foot. Roman Hesse, 6 foot. Forkel has scored headers. He's 6'1". We've got a lot of options here, I think, which is great. So I want to think about how exactly we will do this, and my starting point is going to be. Can I pop them all into aerial threats? Will it allow me to put everyone in? Okay, it's possible for us to just put everyone in the box. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's obviously not what we're going to do. But that they're all in one position, kind of helpful. We can then start to work things out on there. Realistically, I like the idea. I want to avoid the near post. We know that near post has always been really, really effective in FM for a long period of time. So I'm going to try and avoid that because I don't want anything too exploity. So that means we're looking at the centre or the far post. I would therefore like to use the near post as some kind of decoy. So probably have our best player attacking the near post, so that this should in theory get the opponent's best marker picking him up. I will put all of these guys on go forward so I can then assign them to different things. So one player on attack near post, which is fine. Our first target there. I guess so. The guy who's going to attack the centre will attack ball from edge of area. One player to attack the far post. The question is, do we want to spread them all out? Or do we want to try and essentially get as many people attacking the area we're targeting for? Right, let's go with a far. How many can we have attack far post? We could potentially go something like lurk at far post, attack far post. We could potentially have 3 players all attacking that far area. Our main threat is going to attack the near post. I do like someone getting in the way of the keeper. So that could be a box threat. I always like having a short option. That'd be another player as well to lurk outside the area, the near side. So we've got some support. And then that would be 2 players back, stay back. And you've kind of got your option there. You've got 5 players in the box, essentially. Something like that, maybe. So are we Arsenal now? We are. Like, that's it. It's going to be all about exploiting corners if we possibly can. Dan Basis says that Delfonso was really good on FIFA or maybe in FM at one point as a prospect. He was definitely on FM. He had quite a high potential, maybe like a -9 or something. Yeah, just never quite panned out. Clanert, up the lilies. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Clanert. I hope you're doing well. So we've gone for Jean-Marie Dongfang-Zhu. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Welsh Smithy suggests we should have everyone mark the keeper. If only. Lewis is back. Welcome in, my dude. How are you? So actually, right, let's not do that. Let's take the short guy out. Or is he just adding? He's just adding an extra body that's like. So if this player's what I'm thinking of, right? Is we're trying to really aim. If we're making the far post our focal area, we've got A1. He's taking attention at the near post. If I have another player in the box, A5 here, that means another person potentially marking him, which means that he's going to be attacking the ball from deep. He's going to end up in this position. That's going to be one more player defending that could potentially cut it out. So actually, yeah, I'm going to keep you outside. So if we make you come short, we'll keep that. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. Oh, Lukmar. There we go. Or Yatha Balak. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Yes, we are still doing the name stuff. Right, Bleak Eye, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. You just finished the PALC series. Glad you caught the stream. Welcome on in. Yes. Hopefully we'll get some news on FM25 soon so that we can carry on the PALC series. Or, well, the Zaragoza series as it now is. Should be good. Mr. Grizzly P, it was in FM11, a better prospect than Harry Kane. And didn't they get that right? So we've got Jeremy and Miranchuk for Jeremy Miranchuk. That's beautiful. What is an FM25? Fair. Shevchen Kolarov. Beautiful, Largy. Beautiful. Yeah, so I think that works as a routine for the far post. So I'm going to call that one D98 far. And then let's create another one where we're... Oh, I don't want in-swingers. I want out-swingers. Do I? No, I want an in-swinger there. I want an in-swinger for if we're going for the far post. And then we're going to create a new one that's going to game centrally. That's going to be an outswinger. That's my thinking. So if we've got that outswinging, I don't want anyone at the near post. I want to make sure that that area is clear and then try and get... so we'll do the same thing. Our best header is going to be a decoy. He's going to be at the far post. We will then have 2 players attacking from the edge, so they should be timing their run. And then he can lurk at the far post. These kind of guys essentially are just clearing out. We want a player marking the keeper. Then we're going to have somebody short there. Somebody lurking on the near side. And stay back if needed can be lurking in the centre. In fact, stay back if needed, isn't it? Stay back if needed. So I think that one where we swing it out that way, we keep that area clear, we try and get some of their defenders' attention at the far post, and these guys attack from deep. That's what I think we're going with. So that will be D98 centre, and we will play around with the frequency, hopefully. So I should get some throat medicine, my dude, indeed, to take during streams. I've been popping the throat lozenges during the breaks. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work, unfortunately. I did take it preemptively as well, but there we go. So heading off for now. Catch you guys next stream. Thank you very much for being by, dear and bassist. Lovely to see you. Mr. Grizzly P says, to be fair, Kane was 16 to 17 at that point, and in the words of Raphael van der Vaart, he was quite shite. It's not healthy for the vocal cords. I think I just need to do, like, as I said, we've had like 6 weeks of it being absolutely fine. I assume that there's probably just a little bit of fever that's lingering, and it just takes its time. It takes its toll a little bit. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do set piece wise. I am just going to load. Do I have one in the archive? The hole. It's the one I always use. Zonal at the near post, near centre, gap for the goalkeeper to claim, far centre, player on the far post, and then we've got some man markers, which is the standard approach that I normally take with corners, and I'm not going to fuss around too much. We'll go with whatever they've set for the free kicks. I rarely find that makes much of a difference. Corners seem to be the main issue I've noticed. Right, so Saeed Ben Ra Makalele. Beautiful. I'd say grab a lemon with honey and whiskey. So I mean, yeah, it's lemon and honey lozenges that I have. But yeah, we'll stay clear of the whiskey. Right, okay. So it is now 10 to 9. We have an ad starting in 5 minutes. And as you can see, the voice is going. So we will call it an end there. We shall be back. The plan is we will be back on Wednesday evening for a normal stream of Darmstadt, same time, 6 p.m. Depending on if we get any FM24 news during the course of this week, I will jump on after we get that news. So it's going to be a case of playing it by ear. I don't know when it is. Maybe that's going to be on a Wednesday or a Friday. It's naturally going to time itself very well. Maybe it's on a Tuesday or a Thursday. We'll be jumping on. There won't be much warning for that. So over in the Discord, I will be posting. Probably we'll get some news. When we get some news, I'll post on the Discord and say we'll be online in probably about half an hour or so. That's going to be the plan. But that might mean I see you guys tomorrow. Otherwise, I see you on Wednesday. Going to close things off on YouTube first. Those over on YouTube,